You want to do that?
Oh damn! I did too late.
But that's why. But hold on. But that.
Well, no, we're live.
But Fabe, that's why I always tell you,
No
gotta do a
warning.
countdown.
There's a count. 3, 2, 1.
Nah, it's already live, bro. But
Unbelievable.
Exactly, live and direct. Fabian Perspective. You can still do. You can't do your Twitter thing.
No, I can't. Just keep going.
All right then. 4 Sportsmen in the building Sunday. Live.
yes, sir.
Fabian Perspective in the building. To my left is Dame Dropper. He's putting up the Twitter post to get you guys in here.
And Dom said Damian Lillard's not a superstar. Yes, I'm ratting. First time ever snitching. Dom said it.
We ain't been on it for a minute.
That's right.
First time ever. But see, that's why I wanted to get on.
Put that on Twitter, Dom. Don't duck that smoke.
Dom
I
drop.
said,
Yeah.
I said Dame Lillard is not a superstar. Let's see what happens.
That's all balls on the bottom right corner for you guys watching.
The exaggerator, the troublemaker, the shit starter. Yeah. Come on.
Agitator.
What's good?
He got a haircut. He went crazy. Bottom left is Flea.
And they took his mustache this time.
Yeah,
so
we
now
lit.
he acting wild.
We lit.
Now he acting wild.
That's a fact.
Big Flea CEO here in the building, y'all. Sportsman,
yes.
y'all.
Danny Berry, what's going on, Danny Berry?
And hold up, Daniel Berry is always the first comment in the building. Shout out to Daniel Berry.
Big shout out Daniel Berry.
I don't know who you are, Daniel Berry, but if you got $1 million in a hole waiting for us, man,
we appreciate you.
My name is Raymond Fabian. I'll give you my social security number later after the show.
So, his whole government.
Listen, man, $1 million. Somebody sent me a post saying, would you let somebody, if you were around your crush, your friends, and just chilling in the club, would you let somebody smack you for $1 million?
Smack the shit out me.
Yeah.
You talking about $1 million?
What?
Yeah. Talk about you. What he said, and you can't explain ever why you didn't do nothing or why it happened. Smack the shit out me. What you talking about?
I'll take the mill probably. Yeah.
Talking about
you got 100,000 in cash right now.
As long as it ain't one of those smacks I see on the TV where dudes be knocked out.
Them niggas be going to sleep.
Niggas be dead.
Sleeping.
So did Dom smack before we get to the other guy that went to Milwaukee? Did Dom smack us to death right now with Jrue Holiday going to the Celtics? What do we think about that? The whole trade in general on the Celtics side. Did they get better? Did they get worse? Go ahead, all boy. Go first.
I don't know if they got better or worse, but I know for a fact they made that move because of Dame Lillard going to Milwaukee. Now let me ask y'all this. This how I looked at it. Boston basically traded Smart, both Williams and Brogdon for Porzingis and Jrue Holiday, and they gave up some first round picks. I don't know if I would have done that. I'm just being honest. Jrue Holiday is great, but he's older. Porzingis. People talk about Robbie Williams being injury prone. So was Porzingis. So I really don't know if Boston got better, got worse. I know Milwaukee got better. I do like Jrue Holiday over there because, to be honest, I don't think they have a leader on the basketball court in Boston. As much as I like Jaylen Brown as a leader, I don't think he's a leader on the basketball court. I think his leadership is bigger than sports. I think after sports, he's going to become one of those. But I think Jrue Holiday brings toughness. He brings leadership. And they got a great backup point guard in White. So I don't mind a trade. I just don't know if it made them better. But I know for a fact they do not make this trade if Dame Lillard doesn't go to Milwaukee. So for people that's trying to poo-poo that Dame Milwaukee move, this is why. I like it. I don't love it. I have to let it marinate a little bit. And I'm going to think about it more. I kind of, me, I jumped out the window. Was like, they lost a lot. It's okay. But I think they got to make another move. And before I let one of y'all go, if I'm Boston, I'm trying to go get Dwight Howard. You cannot rely on Al Horford and Porzingis in the front court. As great as Al Horford is, you have to limit his minutes. He's older. Porzingis is not a banger, Paul, so you can't expect him to do a lot of the dirty work. So if I'm Boston, I'm trying to go get Dwight Howard. But
they got Wendy and Gabriel a couple hours ago. What do you think of that?
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind that. But it just goes. Go ahead.
No, who was it that he said?
Wayne Gabriel.
Gabriel.
The one that was just in the Lakers. He
Yeah.
spent some time here in LA with the Clippers for a little bit, and then the Lakers this past
Yeah.
season.
So before I let one of y'all go, it just goes to show you that they have to make other moves, y'all. That is not enough. Because they know Dame Lillard in Milwaukee, that's it right there. So to compete with that, you got to make a move. I like the move. I don't love the move, but it's a great move going forward. They got to get over the hump. No chip, it's not good.
Flea, what you thinking, Flea?
There's a lot going on right now in the Eastern Conference. I see a lot of things that's grabbing my attention. First thought comes to mind is what Tu said, the leadership that Boston lost with Marcus Smart, they regain with Jrue Holiday. They also regain a championship point guard, right? My 2 cents with the whole Robert Williams thing. I don't think Robert Williams is a guy that's going to hold up a deal for Jrue Holiday. Robert Williams in the last 2 seasons, I think, has played 35 and 51 games. And so he's not a guy. He's 25, so he is young. He has time to figure out his body and figure out how he can keep his body in tip-top shape. But as of right now, his knees has failed him. You know what I'm saying? They failed him, and he's not able to perform at the level that I know all of us know he can perform at. When he's playing, he's a rim protector. He's a rim runner. He's a guy that can test every shot. He rebounds well, plays with a lot of energy. So when he does get right, Portland got a great backup center for DeAndre Ayton. Now, for Portland, I think it was a really, really strategic move not to deal with Miami. They have shown Miami that they are not going to do any deals with them. They dealt with Milwaukee. They dealt with Boston. They said, fuck you, Miami. We're not dealing with you. So I thought that was something that's pretty interesting to look at. Like, damn, they had an opportunity to send Miami 2 pieces that could have really helped them, and they flipped the bird to them. So I thought that was, something to look at. But in terms of the totality of the deal, I think Boston made out pretty well. I think Derek White does become the starting 2 guard, to be honest, in my opinion. And I think that becomes probably one of the best defensive backcourts in the NBA. So
hold on, Fleet, stay there. So you saying they're going to start Jrue and Derek White in the backcourt?
I see them rolling out. Jrue, White, Brown, Tatum,
Porzingis.
KP. Yeah,
okay.
That's what I see rolling out.
And off the bench, Horford. Who else they have off the bench?
Horford to be coming off the bench.
Yes.
Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard, but his role is going to have to elevate now.
But that's what he's wanted.
What'd you say?
That's what he's wanted.
And I think he's a really good player. I think he gets the opportunity. You move Brogdon. Brogdon was already kind of bitching, like, he wasn't happy. So you get him out of there. I think they're in the position to be title contenders. I don't think that makes them the championship favorite, but I think, they're in the mix with the other couple teams that are in that mix.
Go ahead, Dom, you ready? Or
yeah. Man, I was disappointed the Clippers didn't get Jrue Holiday. Of course you were. Anytime a player of Jrue Holiday's caliber is out there, I mean, it's going to be high demand. And man, Brad Stevens really did great work today. They lost Marcus Smart. We were worried about a little bit of toughness in the backcourt. Derek White was their only good guard defender, but now you got a guy that was all defense last year in Derek White and Jrue Holiday. That's got to be the best defensive starting backcourt in the league, right? And then still have Jalen and Jason. The thing is, they are thinner up front now. Robert Williams was, when healthy, awesome for them. Like, awesome. But this past playoffs, he didn't play much. He's been injured a lot. I just wonder if Kristaps Porzingis and Al Horford, especially because, as AllBall mentioned, Kristaps is not the healthiest in the world all the time. I don't know if that front court can really hold up in the playoffs. In the regular season, I think they'll be fine. There's so much small ball. They're rarely going to be going up against teams that will dominate you on the inside in terms of with bigs. I think Porzingis and Horford can hold down the fort, protecting the rim with those other athletes around them, like Tatum and Jalen. I really think they'll be fine. They may not be top 5 defensive rating, but I still think they'll be good. Their offense is going to be electric. And I mean, they still have so much that can stay in front of the ball defensively. They did lose a little bit of depth, I feel like, this offseason, losing Grant Williams, now Brogdon, and Marcus Smart.
And Robert Williams. That's 4 guys.
Now and Rob Williams, yeah. I think they're still, though, it's them in Milwaukee. Like, if they don't get the top 2 seeds, even if some players get injured here and there, if they don't get the top 2 seeds, like, I would be shocked. I would really hope they do, and that would make them on a collision course to play in the conference finals, which at this point with the storylines would be epic. Jrue Holiday playing against the Bucks. I mean, wow, that would be amazing. So we'll see what happens. I still think the Celtics win when you get Jrue Holiday on your team. Now he's a clear third guy with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, maybe less ball handling for Jaylen Brown, who has been so shaky with the ball and has had to create a little too much for them. Even though Jrue sometimes can be a little reckless with his decision-making in terms of shot selection, in my opinion, as well. He's been very inefficient the last couple of playoffs, but I think now with that much offensive talent around him, he may not need to force it as much because the Bucks, their half-court offense, it really comes down to Middleton, Holiday, or Giannis just making plays. But the Celtics, I feel like, have more weapons, better players in the half-court. He won't have to do as much. I think it's still a great move for Boston. Overall,
can I jump in real fast? The other thing that I did miss is that Jrue is coming directly from Milwaukee. So he knows all the tricks of the trades. He knows their sets. He's comfortable with what they do over there. Obviously, things look different now that you're bringing in Dame. But for the most part, a lot of the personnel is the same. And he knows a lot of their tendencies. Obviously, Middleton, Giannis, their role players, Crowder, all of those guys over there. So I think, that adds another piece. Jrue's a high IQ guy. He's going to be able to come in and help Tatum become a better defender on and how they defend that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just letting them know information. Not, you got to still play the games, but just being able to be a guy from that locker room coming into this locker room, I think gives them a slight advantage as well.
I think this is the first time we're going to see Jrue Holiday play without a dominant big man. And he had 2 of them on the Bucks, and he had Anthony Davis in New Orleans. So it's the first time in a long time he's not going to have that as an anchor. And for him to be in Boston, it's going to, with Jason Tatum there is dope. You could rotate and have some mismatches and have some help on that end. But I think there is something to the fact that that's the first thing you said, AllBall, was Porzingis and Horford. What do they really mean in the post, especially on the defensive end? On the offensive end, we've seen Horford get hot. We've seen what Porzingis can do, but defensively, that is a problem. Like, who's going to stop anyone from going to the paint after you can beat Jrue, who's shown some health concerns? Jimmy Butler killed him last year in the playoffs. Granted, it is Jimmy Butler. I get that. But once you get past Jimmy Butler, the Boston Celtics always play up and down. Like, that was the knock for me. Jason Tatum plays up and down. I don't think you really resolve that issue. And offensively, like Dame Dropper spoke to it, I see Jrue Holiday. He did chuck up a lot of shots before, and it was kind of surprising when he would chuck on Milwaukee. But it also made sense because who else is going to shoot the ball there? Like, Giannis couldn't create his own shot like that. And you know how I feel about how his skill set. Like, it's going to be all lumbering you down or whatever it is, and setting up Brook Lopez and stuff like that. But Boston, I don't know if they got better defensively, and that's where they should have gotten better. You have to get better like that when you're up and down on offense like that. You can't really, like, what side of the ball can Boston rely on and be super? 2 years ago, when they went to the finals, 2 seasons ago, they looked crazy because it was defense and it was a super version of it. Robert Williams is a part of that. Yeah, he's injury prone, but he was still a threat. Like, we didn't know what to expect. And there's a comment here that was dope. That's why Robert Williams dropped. I want to give you credit. My bad. Rob dropped Jay Cruz. Rob dropped in the draft because of the injury concerns, and then now he just got traded from the Celtics to the Portland Trailblazers because of injury concerns. So I don't know if, I think we're all in agreement. I don't know if the Celtics are that much better. We don't know.
Well,
they're right there.
Porzingis played 60+ games last year. So
he was good last year.
He was fairly healthy. Yeah, he was fairly healthy last year. So, I mean, if he can add on to that and just continue to get stronger and be able to be a durable player, he's a capable rim defender. Like, I don't think that's out of the realm of asking him to do. I don't think he's as good as what Robert Williams was becoming, right? But I think adding him to what they do, I think he's capable of it. You know, he's going to be in winning positions now too. He's going to be in more meaningful games. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see Porzingis in a spot where he's going to have to really step up.
Well, Flea, I agree with you, but then I'm gonna slightly disagree with you with the Porzingis thing. Meaning, when he has to guard those big bodies, like a Giannis or like a Joel Embiid, and let me just say this: depending on what Philly gets back for James Harden, my opinion with this move, they're gonna have a problem with Philly on that front court. Even though Al Horford did a hell of a job against Embiid, I'm saying now you have to rely on Horford in Porzingis. Like I said, Robbie Williams was an extra body, extra 6'5", an extra young kid, tough, athletic. And Dom, I also disagree. I don't think Boston has more firepower than Milwaukee. If you kind of like do the one-offs, you have Dame and Jrue. You have Giannis and let's just say Tatum. You have Middleton and Brown. I'm not going to say Brown is that much better than Middleton, but on any given night, Middleton can catch on fire just like Brown. And I don't think Porzingis is that much better than Brook Lopez. It's just that Brook Lopez just took on the defensive things, but he's still offensively tough, could put you on the post. He can knock down a three. So like I said, I like them.
I'll say Derek White, though, beats whoever that fifth guard is.
Yes, I agree.
Milwaukee.
I agree. And he definitely 100%. Got much better. I agree with that. I definitely agree. Down, great point. But yeah, like I said, I like the move. I don't think they're done because people gonna think I'm crazy. They had a problem with Philly in the playoffs. That went to Game 7, right?
I mean, the Celtics have been kicking their ass though for years.
They own them too.
No, James Harden won them 2 games. I don't really, you know,
right.
But he won them 2 games. He's not going to be on the team next year.
Right. No. So that's why I said, depending on what they get back for James Harden, I don't see this move with Boston losing all those bodies and them defensive players and the leadership. I'm being honest, unless they get another big body like a Dwight Howard, for me.
Dwight Howard is cat. He's just washed, man. He's done.
He doesn't get off the ground. The Lakers had him last year.
Lakers had Dwight Howard last year.
2022, right? And he couldn't get off the ground anymore.
Yeah, briefly too. Like it was brief. But what I'm saying is, I don't think that we can rely on getting a guy like that per se to kind of save them on the defensive end in terms of bigs. That can't be we got to go find him. He's an option. Yeah, he's an option. But I think if we look around the league, there's got to be. I think there's another move that Boston is going to make. They're not done yet. They can't be done yet.
Not Wenyen Gabriel.
Shout out to Wenyen Gabriel. Good player. Yeah. Not the guy that is going to get stops in a Game 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals when, you know, we need a stop. I don't know. I'm not looking for Wenyen Gabriel.
All I'm going to say is this, though. I've been saying this, and people have been laughing at me. And what I've been saying, Jason Tatum and Brown, it's not enough. Boston is doing any and everything in their power. Remember, Fleet, they got to get over the hump. You can't keep getting to the conference finals, to the finals, and coming up short. So I'm just hoping that they're making the right moves because once again, Fleet, if they don't get to the chip,
it's a 2-year window too. It's a 2-year window. They made this move. They made this move going to get Jrue. Jrue only got 2 left, right? It's a 2-year window to really see what you could do. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If they shit the bed this year,
I'm telling you,
then I'm on board with exploring moving Brown and seeing what we could get for Brown. That's all I ask. Me and you been ping ponging that shit for a while now, and I'm not with breaking them up. But if this year they come up short, yes, you got to start exploring what you could get. What you got, Dom?
What if they lose to Milwaukee? Is that terrible that they lose to Milwaukee?
Is that terrible? No. But
and what round?
Conference finals.
Then for me, no. I think that's what you want to do.
I disagree with y'all.
I think it's a 2-year window. I think it's a 2-year window. I'm not saying that you do move Brown if they don't win the championship this year, but you do start looking at the suitors. Because the next year, if you just decide to keep him, and then you go forward the next year and y'all come up short, then there has to be some tweaks with the roster. Last piece too for me on this. Coaching is going to matter. I think that's a piece we haven't spoken about at all. Coaching is going to matter with those two ball clubs. Yeah, there's a lot of talent on both teams. Adrian Griffin is a first-time head coach, and Joe Mazzulla is still trying to figure out gaining the respect of those guys over in Boston. So I think those two things are going to really matter going forward with both those teams. They're going to be good, but I think the difference with the teams is going to be who's going to be coached the best.
I think the Dwight Howard name is good, for 10, 15 minutes. And another name that the Celtics have to explore, the Knicks should be exploring, is Mark Williams out of Charlotte, the Hornets. Like, I think they just named him the starter over there. Okay. That's a kid that I think he played 19 minutes a game last year.
He's from Duke. He went to Duke.
So I think I like his game. He has like I want to say a poor man's version of, the Tyson Chandlers of the world, the rolling out to the rim, like a poor man's AD and maybe Robert Williams on offense. So they have to explore that. The rebounding and the defensive anchor they're gonna need. He averages a block a game. Like the Knicks should be. You could go all in for that and just trade our center right now.
Well, we trying to move Mitch.
Right,
Mitchell Robinson.
Saw that. Right, they put two first round draft picks as the teaser out there. I don't see that happening, but Rob with this guy Mark Williams on the Hornets, I would explore that. I think they just named him the starting center over there. So if you're the Celtics, I think if you could bring in Dwight Howard, you definitely gotta explore a 19, 20-year-old kid like that who's a defensive anchor or looks like he can be somewhat of that in 18 minutes a game of play. But you guys did mention Dame Lillard going to the Bucks and the offense. AllBall, I guess you got to start this also because the offense. You specifically mentioned how the Celtics offense we don't know because the Celtics are not as healthy or haven't trended to be healthy. But in my opinion, we don't talk enough about what Chris Middleton and Dame Lillard is going to look like. I think that's going to be the dynamic duo on offense that nobody's mentioning. Forget about this Akeem Olajuwon train Giannis to do whatever. Middleton is Middleton already, and that mid-range game is sick. The potential pick and roll game and what do you call it, a Spain pick and roll, Flea, you'd be better at that than I would. That potential with Brook Lopez and Chris Middleton there is going to be insane. I think they're going to have the best offense in the league next to Sacramento, and Dame Lillard is a part of that. I can't see him just shutting him down. What do you think, AllBall?
Well, my thing on this, and everybody, a lot of people don't agree, but this was a big move, and this to me makes Milwaukee Bucks the championship favorites in the whole NBA, maybe a little bit over Phoenix Suns because we attest to chemistry and things of that nature. But Denver. Well, I mean, I like Denver, but they lost two key pieces. Like I said, I gotta see how because I think Denver has to make another move. But if we going on paper, I think Milwaukee's the best team in the NBA. We tend to forget who Dame Lillard is. I don't know why. Like I said, he hasn't had a good team maybe once or twice, maybe in his whole career. And he's carried that Portland team to the playoffs every year when the West was the toughest it's ever been. When Golden State was at his height, he was getting to the playoffs, and he got to a conference finals, even though he got swept by Golden State. I don't know why people don't believe, but I think Milwaukee's the best team in the NBA. Giannis, Dame Lillard, Chris Middleton, all healthy. That's the best big three in the NBA. I'm sorry, I don't know what. And now they have a legit closer that you can put the ball in his hands and go, okay, excuse me. He gonna hit the shot. He can get to the rim. He's gonna kick it out, and he can hit free throws. You have Chris Middleton, 6'8", 6'9". When he's healthy, we see what he can do. And then Giannis on both ends of the floor. Like I said, then you got Brook Lopez, a defensive master, could stretch the floor, hit the three, put you in the post. I don't get why people are not so high on Milwaukee. And I'm going to leave it at this. Like I said in my comments on the post, in the last couple of days on live, we are quick to say how much better Jrue Holiday makes Boston, but then we say the Dame Lillard to Milwaukee move is okay. I don't understand. You get a player of that caliber to go next to potentially the best player in the NBA, two-way player. How is that not championship?
You said he wasn't even top.
Here we go. Once again, I said to some people, he's the best player in the league. I'm going off of what y'all say.
Okay.
See, y'all make my point. I'm the one that say he's not top 5. Y'all tell me he's the best in the league, but then when you team him up with a Dame Lillard, y'all reserve. Y'all all know they not ready. Anything. Y'all all do. What are you talking about?
I didn't reserve anything. They're up there to up there with anyone to win the chip.
Watch this. Now, let me ask you a question. If Dame Lillard goes to Denver Nuggets, what are we saying?
Instead of Murray?
If Dame Lillard goes to Denver, whether Murray's there or not, what are we saying?
They're a championship team.
See, Dom don't like being wrong. Dom, you can't.
Why wouldn't he win the championship with Denver? It's stacked.
Right. No, hold on.
They already have Murray, though.
If Dame goes to, what do you mean? They got Giannis and Chris Middleton.
I think.
No, Flea, don't save him. Leave him alone.
Jrue Holiday's getting replaced. You know what I'm saying? At the point guard spot.
I hold on a second. And I'm not saving Dom. I love Dom, but I need to let's hold on. Fit matters, right? And so when you lose Jrue Holiday, it's like a perfect fit for what they're doing over there in Milwaukee. When it's not to diminish or say he's better than Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is a top 10 point guard all time, top 75 player of all time.
He's top 10 point guard all time?
Top 10 point guard of all time. You're not going to name 10 guys before you name Dame Lillard as a point guard. We can have fun with that too if you want to. All I'm saying.
Wait, are we hopping in the dime machine?
Somebody's coming to the dark side. Come on.
No way. Really?
Name 10. Comment. Really? You get in the comments and name 10.
In there.
I just did this the other night. I'm gonna ask you, Flea.
Or any of you guys, I guess. Okay. He's not better than Magic. We considering Steph Curry a point guard here?
Yes. Okay. I would say Magic and Steph are like in other tiers. Okay. So let's just go 8 on.
He's better than Oscar Robertson?
Do I want Damian Lillard over Oscar Robertson?
Let's do the obvious. Look, we ain't gonna even make sense. Y'all making it
Oscar
difficult.
Not obvious?
No, right. Oscar Robertson is no. Oscar Robertson is Jerry West played both. He played the 1 and the 2. So
okay, are we putting Jerry West in there because you put Steph in there?
No, we're not.
I would not put Jerry West in there. I would be honest with you, Dom. Okay. And I know what you're saying. For me,
I'm putting Jerry West in there because Dame is not a flat-out point guard either.
Yes,
what
he
are we
is.
doing right now? No, not
hold on. No. Jerry West, what when you look up Jerry West's position, does it solely say point guard for his whole career?
No, it doesn't say point guard for his whole career.
All right, then. Dame Lillard's been a point guard his whole career.
Damian Lillard shoots the same amount. He brings up the ball the same amount in the footage.
When you Google
the offense runs to the scoring part, these are option on offense, just like
we don't even got to be stuck on Jerry West.
No. Yes, we do.
Exactly.
Flea, they trying to make an argument to diminish Dame. This is what this all
Jerry
is.
West is first team defense every year he played. He's a better defender than Dame.
Once again, he's not a point guard.
Okay, fine. And I would challenge him. That's not. We can move off of him. Okay,
I would challenge y'all to go look at Dame defensively too.
I
don't think he's as bad as everybody likes to say he is.
Okay, he's not a different level.
He's not a cone. Dame is not a cone out there.
Curry, Magic, Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robertson. To me, those are the 4 that I'm not going to argue against.
Jason Kidd.
Okay,
no. Dame's. I know. I'm not taking Jason Kidd over Damian Lillard. I'm not doing that. Sorry.
Wow. Okay.
Sorry.
Nash.
All right, but all right. Let's go 5. Now I'm taking him over Nash.
I'm not.
That shit done.
Nash makes everyone better. Everyone. Who Dame make better? Seriously though, he's a great scorer. Steve Nash was better than him.
Hold on. Can I ask y'all a question?
Damian Lillard has played on historically mediocre teams.
Historically, you're underrating these. Fellas, he always has another scorer that can get 20.
Who did Steve Nash actually make better? Like, can somebody please explain how you make a player better?
Amari Stoudemire's game was elevated.
Not have his best year, bro. He made Sean Marion's best offensive years were with Nash.
Yeah, Amari Stoudemire's game elevated due to playing next to Steve Nash. I would argue to say we might not even know who Joe Johnson is.
Whoa.
if Steve Nash didn't put him in the position that he put him in. I'm being honest.
You know how I'm gonna argue that? You know how I'm gonna argue that?
Too much for Steve Nash.
You know whose game got better when Steve Nash wasn't there anymore? Dirk. Dirk somehow got better without Steve Nash. Well, how does that happen?
I don't know.
Dirk got better
because
Steve Nash.
Remember, Steve Nash got better once the rules changed. Let's stop with it. Like Nash is a very controversial. That's not fine if you're going to compare it. That's part of it. I don't know.
Dame, though he plays in this era. The perimeter rules are softer than they've ever been.
You know what? It might be a little sacrilegious to try to diminish it. A back-to-back MVP. There's no other back-to-back MVP that we would like talk shit about right now in terms of that. So, okay, Steve Nash. Keep going down. Who else?
Frazier's not better than him.
No.
Yes.
I'm not going Walt Frazier over Damian Lillard. I'm not doing that.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
I'm just not doing
it. Crazy. Oh man. Okay. What about Stockton?
Maybe.
Gary Payton?
No.
Chris Paul?
For me, no.
Wow.
But he's there.
For me, neither.
You guys are crazy.
He's there. I'm saying he's there, but
Kyrie Irving?
No.
That's crazy.
I don't even think. Let's be clear about something. Everybody listen up for a second. Let's be clear. Damian Lillard and Kyrie Irving, in terms of basketball players, I don't even think are in the same conversation. Meaning, you can't put Kyrie Irving on a team and tell him, here, take us there. You can't do that with Kyrie.
To the first Damian lose, which is what Dame has done basically every single year of his career.
Damian can do that, though.
Okay, and it's impressive, and that is impressive.
Damian could do that.
Kyrie can do it.
He could do wait. He can
Kyrie
do what?
Do that.
No, wait. He can do
Kyrie
what?
had opportunity after opportunity to show us to be the best player on the team, and he cannot lead. He can't do it.
Okay, wait. I don't think
he's really the lead dog, and it was Boston for 2 years, right?
Kyrie. How much time did Kyrie spend in?
He was a lead. He was a lead dog in Cleveland. Don't try to skip that.
Okay, but you can't compare that this early years to Dame's early years because Dame had LaMarcus Aldridge. He was at the best in his career.
Exactly. No. You can't.
Why y'all bringing up LaMarcus Aldridge?
Because he was an amazing player back then.
He was never amazing. What you
doing? Wow. Okay.
He was good too. Hold on.
Knock it off.
Good and amazing is two different things.
Forget about whether he's good or amazing. Kyrie didn't have that early on in Cleveland. Hit a bump.
Regardless of the fact, Kyrie can't be the lead dog on any team that is good. Kyrie is going to be the lead dog on a lot of teams.
Leadership,
I agree.
Right, but that's leadership wise. I'm with you 1,000%. But skill wise,
but that's what I'm saying. Dame's game has the ability to be the best player on a playoff team. I've never seen Kyrie Irving be the best player on it. I said a playoff team. So now I'm not even talking about a top seed or a championship team. I'm talking about a top 8 team.
Yo, hey Fleet, was Portland going to the playoffs with LaMarcus Aldridge before Dame got there? Can somebody look that up?
I would say
Brandon Roy.
I would say because Brandon Roy might have been coming off of his
because of Brandon Roy, right?
No. They missed. No, I remember it off the top of my head. Their last year they made the playoffs was 2011 when the Mavs beat them in the first round. Remember the year they won the championship. Then they missed the playoffs the next year, 2012. Then they got Dame. It was 1 year they didn't make the playoffs because Roy obviously, was done, and so they missed it 1 year. But when Dame got there, they still didn't make the playoffs the first year because the West was really good.
He's a rookie.
Might be the second best shooter of all time.
Nah, he's a rookie. What was Kyrie before LeBron got there?
That's what I'm saying. Same thing.
So what happened? No. But then the second year on, Dame went. What happened to the second year on with Kyrie?
You want to ask who has a chip? Like we doing that for real?
Kyrie Irving got the opportunity to play next to LeBron James.
Yeah, but hold on, wait. But Kyrie is what I'm saying is that whoever you got better could be. It's an argument. That's not like the way you said it was like Dame is better. No. I can't say that. And you know how I feel about Kyrie. I love Kyrie, but leadership-wise, he lacks in that. Yes, but I think he can be on the floor. He can separate better than Dame. There's a lot that he does that's better than Dame to put him in this category and to make up for the leadership.
And if you have this position of point guard, the bare minimum you should be able to do is lead. The bare minimum you should be able to do on the basketball court is lead. Fuck the ball handling. Fuck hitting a 5-foot jump shot. If you're a point guard, the smallest itty bitty thing you could do is lead your ball club. Okay. Kyrie can't do that.
What about Dennis
that was
Johnson?
A little ether. That's a little ether.
You're not going Dennis Johnson?
No, Flea. Hold on a second, Dom. Flea just serves some ether right now because that's true. The bare minimum a point guard should have is leadership. That is true. Floor general, everything.
Westbrook. Maybe.
No.
I can't believe you guys didn't go with Clyde Frazier. Clyde Frazier is one of the best defensive guards to ever play the game.
I'm not doing. I'm not
on a finals team, part of a dynasty, somewhat, not really a mini dynasty.
Give me Dame.
So you don't feel anything about the fact that the rumor is they removed Kyrie to put Dame on there because of the political controversy on top 75 NBA players of all time? That means nothing to you?
I don't believe that. I think the NBA. I think the NBA puts a lot on consistency, right? I think consistency matters, and the argument for Damian Lillard is that he's been able to lead that team, keep them relevant, keep them in the hunt, playoffs, whether they're title contenders or not. They have been relevant because of him for a very, very long time. And I think the NBA rewards consistency. A lot of guys on the top 50, the ones that are questionable, right? The ones that we could, I don't know. There's things in there that we can look at and say, okay, that's why they made it. Now, for me, I think Damian Lillard's resume is the skimpiest one of all on the top 75 in terms of individual accolades. He doesn't have any. Just put him as a player alone. He has no individual accolade. We can't go back to an MVP season for Dame, can we? We can't. We can't go back to we have moments, but there's no season where Dame was the clear-cut best player at his position, best player in the league, lead his team to the final. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's in because they've rewarded a level of consistency for him in terms of Portland. But I'm very objective with it, and I look at it. He does not have the resume that some of these other guys have on the top 75.
But you know what? When it's going to be all said and done, Dame is probably going to average close to 30 for his career.
That's not true.
What he's going to average? What, 26, 27?
30 is insane for a career, too.
No, all right. Well,
that would be crazy.
He's going to average 25 plus.
25 plus for a career, maybe. That says a lot. Where is he at in terms of all 3-pointers all time made on that list? Where's he at on that list? Where's he at in points? This is a dude that got 60 multiple times. Where's he at on the total points all time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got to be somewhere in the mix. There's the only way for me to justify him being top 75. Like, it's just full consistency of what he's done there. He ain't
win a ring this year. If you the way you guys are talking about him, man, he better win a fucking ring.
We'll see.
But you see what I'm saying?
I actually like Damian Lillard, but come on, man, he got his team is not as bad as you're making it out to be. CJ McCollum is a very good player in these years.
Is he an all-star, Don?
He should have been. He played in the Great Western Conference.
An all-star,
if he was in the East, he would have made it at least once. The West was
wasn't,
a lot
so
better.
He's not.
Nah, listen.
Come on, let's be real. He had an all-star caliber impact. My team played him in the playoffs.
All-star caliber impact. When we need it, when you need CJ, let's be fair. When you need CJ down the stretch in certain moments, there are a lot of moments we could go back to where CJ is shooting 35% in a game 7, under 40% in a game 6.
7 at Denver? What about the year they made the conference finals when CJ in Denver was hitting step back after step back to close the game? Amazing. That was the only time they made it to anywhere. The first time they got lucky because CP3 and Blake got injured at the same time. We were about to kick their ass, bro. That team was weak.
They beat y'all.
Yeah, because they were playing against Austin Rivers and Jamal Crawford.
They beat y'all. I remember that too.
But I'll give Dame credit for that game-winning shot against Houston. I really like that team with Marcus Aldridge and
I forgot about this. Thank you, Go Highlights. By the way, Go Highlights, we are live.
As the higher seed. Imagine if Chris Paul got swept as the higher seed. You guys would have killed us in the media.
Dame got locked up. Dame got locked up by Jrue Holiday 4 games in a row in his prime. So if he is better than Clyde Frazier, then Jrue Holiday must be Michael Jordan.
I mean, that was cute.
But nobody never said. But
how great he was for you.
I mean, listen, man.
I usually like the funny comments. That was like
but I laugh because Dom just said the way we talking. Dame better win the fucking chip, but on the other hand, Dom goes berserk about Luka. When should Luka win a chip before we start talking about him?
When he has a team that's good enough to do it. His team is not good enough.
Okay.
He's not paired with Giannis.
Okay.
Luka has had better teams in the first 5 years than some of Dame's teams ever.
Man.
I think
Really?
Luka's team is the second round or
Got a Kyrie Irving next to him. Go figure.
Nah.
See? Look, Flea, see? That's what I'm saying, bro.
What are you talking about? Luka and Kyrie is better than what Dame team is better than all of Dame's teams from before? That makes no sense to me. That's crazy.
No. I said I'm saying that he has. I mean, because you said Kyrie Irving's a top 75 player. So if he has a top 75 player next to him, we should be looking at some success for Luka now and going forward, right or wrong.
But this is championship or bust for the Bucks, and we all know that. There has never been the case for Luka.
That's
and
fine.
That's hold on. It was championship or bust for me for the Joker last year. You got to make the championship. There's no excuses. You're the best player on the planet, and you got your guy coming back. Same deal. Luka doesn't have that. Yes, Kyrie is great on offense, but they stink on defense, or they did last year and years prior. The Bucks better go to the championship, or your man Dame AllBall. That top 10 list is what we talking about right now?
Nah,
that's crazy.
They were championship or bust before they got Dame. What are you talking about?
No, hell no.
Yes, they was.
If that was the case, so last year was
over Jason Kidd, man. Really?
So hold on.
The team of the finals twice.
Hold on. Milwaukee Bucks before the Dame Lillard trade.
We could revisit J Kidd, maybe.
The Milwaukee Bucks before the addition of Dame Lillard, it wasn't championship or bust?
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Fabian. What are you talking about?
Always.
Yes,
their expectations have always been, once you win one and you still have that same level of team, you have to you want to continue that success in your franchise, Fabian. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, but it's not the same level as this. All of a sudden you add Dame and it's a different expectation.
I mean,
okay, so then what's this level? Championship, sweeping the finals? What is this level? Please answer that question. It was championship or bust before. Now it's what?
What's the difference?
A little bit stronger championship or bust.
You gotta be kidding me. This is why. This is because Dame is there.
Expectations from the fans go to another level. But
when Clyde Drexler went to the Rockets, what happened? Championship or bust, correct? Right or wrong?
Damian Lillard as good as Clyde Drexler.
Wait. Poor analogy. We'll stop you right there. Poor analogy.
Please.
They made that trade in the middle of the year because they weren't very good. They just weren't good. They went into that playoffs a 6 seed. They had to get that shit out the fucking mud. That Houston team got Clyde Drexler and still wasn't dominating niggas.
Okay. Interesting, because the Bucks just won a championship a couple years ago and they made a trade for somebody from Portland the same exact way, and all of a sudden it's not the same to you. It is exactly the same. When you add a player of that caliber, it's a different level of expectation. You had a big man with a perimeter player like that. Of course, it's a different level of expectation. To say that this is a certified championship or bust. Before it was like, we got Philly, depends how they play. But we got Boston, depends how they play. So now, we got Boston and Milwaukee. Either one of them, you guys better be at the Eastern Conference Finals. Both of these teams,
definitely,
because they added Dame.
Definitely.
Your top 10 point guard of all time.
But the thing is, the way I see it, I don't think he's top 10, right? But he's still amazing. However, they're still losing something with Jrue Holiday. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Dame doesn't guard, man. He doesn't guard like that anymore.
He's not a cone, though. I wouldn't
say he's a cone. I wouldn't say he's a liability or anything like that.
And that's culture too. So to be in a culture where you have to defend, we are expected to up your level of play on the defensive end. You're gonna see a different player. There's no way you don't see a different player. There's no way you don't see a guy that is gonna up his level of play defensively when you're playing next to a Giannis who is all about getting stops, all about defending. I can't. We could talk about what he was in Portland, but I can't see going forward him not giving the effort to be a defender. He's not Jrue. He's not Jrue.
Listen, they not losing nothing. When do you not trade a better? Yeah, when do you not trade a better player? Dame Lillard is a better basketball player than Jrue Holiday.
You go get the stud all the time.
Come on, no. So when people say, "Oh, they losing this," what are they losing? But
losing perimeter defense. That's what they're losing.
Okay.
They better win the chip, man. These guys.
Okay.
They gotta win this thing.
Yeah, y'all kill me like.
But I don't like talking shit about Dame. You know, I like the guy.
No, Jrue, no. But you know, it's never personal. My man Nino Brown said it's always business, baby, never personal.
Business, baby.
I'm a big Jrue Holiday fan. They did not lose nothing gaining Dame Lillard. As good as Jrue Holiday is on defense, Dame Lillard is that much superior on offense.
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying. So I don't know how it would be so hard for us to just understand that this move is a beautiful move for Milwaukee, and they will be winning the championship barring any injuries. If they stay healthy, they're the best team in the NBA.
If Pat Connaughton gets injured, are you going to say that it was an injury, or is that not?
Yeah, I just you know, you asking a lot out of that dude who we just named. You asking a lot out of Pat Connaughton. We asking Jay Crowder to still be at a high level in May and June, right? We still asking him to do that. Like,
can I make an admission real quick? That's the only reason I'm not going to vote for the Bucks is because I don't want to see Jay Crawford win a championship. I'm sorry. I kind of like you mentioned. I'm like, I don't know why. It just
that's a good time.
The Bucks aren't as deep as they've been in the past. So
it's a good time to bring up Campaign, former Sun, as same with Jay Crowder on that same team, signed with them today as their backup point guard to replace Javon Carter. What do we think of that?
Say it again.
Campaign is the new backup point guard for the Bucks. He's going to back up Dame.
I like that.
I like that.
Campaign is solid. Like I said, I think he played a good a role in Phoenix. I don't see nothing wrong with that. He's a solid point guard. He can run the offense. He can hit free throws. Like I said, and he can knock down a three here and there.
Good floater.
Like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with that. And he's a veteran point guard.
You think Campaign is better than Javon Carter?
You know, I'd have to watch them more to make
I would have to, but I think they're the same. They're the same level player right now.
I don't think you could go wrong with neither one.
Yeah, I think maybe Javon might be better defensively on the ball.
Definitely better defensively.
Yeah,
I think
the ball.
He showed a lot.
Offensively though, he's shifty. He's great at getting into the paint and those floaters.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's got an older game. Like Javon Carter has a very mature game.
I thought he showed a lot when I think Giannis was out. Somebody was out last season for a stretch, and Javon Carter was really like,
he's got it because he spent close to 4 years at West Virginia. So he's got a really, really mature game when he came into the league.
With Bob Higgins?
Huggy Bear. Yeah, Huggy.
Yeah.
So, but that leads back to I like this comment somebody made. Jrue for Dame was a great swap. How did Portland make out in this swap?
Well, if it was just Jrue for Dame, I don't think it's a good swap. But what Portland did overall, to me, I love it. In the last couple weeks, you picked up DeAndre Ayton, you picked up Robbie Williams and Brogdon. So you literally picked up two legit big men and a legit point guard. With the crew you got now with Simons, Grant, I like what Portland is doing. Now, you know, if they can stay together, I can see them turning into, as years to come, a Sacramento, a Memphis, where you keep that young core, pluck in some pieces. But they did a hell of a job. To only lose Damian Lillard. They didn't use none of their young core. They didn't lose, and they gained draft picks. Let's not forget that. They didn't lose no draft picks. They only lost Dame, who we know was older and didn't want to be there. So I think Portland deserves an A+. We talk about everything else. We talk about what Milwaukee did. We talk about what Boston just did. We talk about what Phoenix did. But no one is talking about the moves Portland made to get that organization kind of going in the right direction. Will they make the play-in or the playoffs next season? I don't think so. But as years to come, I think they did a hell of a job. Especially knowing that you can't get free agents to go over there.
I think big shout out to Chauncey Billups, right? I think nice. they left Chauncey Billups in a really, really favorable position. He doesn't get into a spot now where his job is going to be in jeopardy, right? He's leading a bad team, and now he's a lame duck, and we just waiting on the day that Portland decides to fire Chauncey Billups, right? Like, they left him in a position now where he has a DeAndre Ayton, who is a guy who can now elevate into a potential all-star level player, right? We're talking about a number 1 overall pick, right?
Yes.
That's the number 1 overall pick Chauncey Billups has his hands on, right? He has a number 2 overall pick in Scoot Henderson, who, again, I was just talking about Javon Carter with the mature game. I think Scoot Henderson has a very mature game. I think he's going to grow fast at his position. Anthony Simons, another young player that's really, really good. Brogdon with the leadership, with the experience. You bring him over there, help, build those kids up and give them some experience. They need to move Jeremy Grant.
That contract.
They need to move it. But if they got to retain him, that's not the end of the world either, just because of the type of player he is and what he could bring to them in terms of all the intangibles and the versatility, on offense and defense. So I think, I know it's not going to be immediate impact for Portland in terms of what they're doing in the Western Conference, but Chauncey got a hell of a team to lead. They got good players. That kid Shaedon Sharpe is more than just a dunker. Like, that kid is a ball player. He can do more than just dunk the ball. So they got pieces over there, and I think they're gonna be good. We'll be hearing about them the way we talk about OKC right now, the way we talk about a lot of these young teams, the Indianas, the way we talk about those young teams that's putting it together.
The Utahs and all that.
We'll be talking about Portland, very soon. Very soon.
What'd you say?
Utah the fuck out of here, dude.
Nah, man. It's a good team, man.
I don't like them at all.
You see Scoot on the same level?
Dom be so random. He don't be like it.
Right.
Yeah.
He don't be like
Utah.
Right. That was mad random. Like, fuck
Utah good young
trash.
Team, man. Nah, they not trash.
Yo, Clipper Nation, if you're in the comment section, let's have some trash emojis for the Utah trash.
See, that's that energy, because he's
but hold on. Diamond's family. We want to talk about some trash. Clippers is trash over there, bro.
No, what?
Much better than the Utah trash.
Y'all got to get on the court, man. What you talking about?
That's true, but we have Westbrook.
Come on, man.
Westbrook
oh my God.
So hold on. You got Scoot Henderson already panning out to be on the same level as a Banchero. OKC got SGA. Chet is looking out.
Yo, Fabian.
Josh Giddey.
Fabian, that kid gonna be good.
Okay.
That kid's gonna be good fast. I don't think it's gonna take him a little bit.
Who do we got him resembling? Because he gets to the basket crazy, but that jump shot needs some work.
He shoots it better than we really think, though.
Okay.
He's not a pure shooter. There's a difference between a pure shooter and a guy that can knock down shots. Like, pure shooters, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Ray Allen, Reggie. Them, pure shooters. Then there's guys that can knock down shots. Like, Scoot ain't a pure shooter, but he's a guy that can knock down some shots.
You got to read that one out loud on Dom, right? Your mic, Dom.
I like.
Hold on. Yeah, hello?
Yo, shout out to GOAT Highlights, man, with the Canadian dollars coming through. Good job, brothers. All four doing great work, other than the Dame over Clyde thing. Yep. You know it, GOAT Highlights. Appreciate you.
Shout out to GOAT Highlights, man. We appreciate it, man.
Big shout out.
And I'm GOAT. And I'm a New York Knicks There's 3 diehard Knicks fans on this screen right now, and the 2 at the bottom would take Dame over our beloved Clyde Frazier. Love Clyde Frazier.
Let me say this. Clyde Frazier definitely, my book, doesn't get the props he deserves.
100% too.
And that's why. And this is why.
Right.
Yeah.
No. But
behind the back king.
But just to be serious for 30 seconds, when we all talk about great point guards, Clyde Frazier does get left out. I'm gonna stop leaving him out. Not only because I'm a diehard Knicks fan, but because Clyde was legendary. Clyde was great. So yeah, big shout out to the GOAT. Clyde Frazier definitely does deserve a lot more respect than he gets. Clyde is definitely one of them guys.
Is he the first iconic point guard?
Clyde had see, for me, I don't want to be disrespectful right now, but Clyde's run wasn't as long.
It wasn't.
I get it.
It wasn't as long as we put these other great point guard, when we stack them up, again, Clyde Frazier is a 2-time champion, right? Like, so I can't diminish Clyde. But when in a vacuum, Clyde didn't have the longevity of greatness at that position.
In the 70s and the 60s. The dude back there was like no medical stuff back then. Careers are short.
I mean, that's cool. Now that's an excuse, right? Now we can use that as a reason why. Like,
okay, but what's more important to you is the resume or who was better in their prime? Clyde Frazier is a two-way player, one of the best hands of all time. He was pulling up, going both directions. He's got 3 or 4 inches on Dame, and he was the best player on your 73 team for sure. The fact that he didn't win Finals MVP is crazy because Willis was, that was post-surgery. Like, he was not the same player.
You asked the question. Forget Clyde Frazier. What's that? Forget Clyde Frazier and the players. Forget all that, Don. What did you just ask? Would you rather a player say that again?
I guess the fairest way is who you'd have in their prime, at their peak of their powers.
No, but forget the players. You asked the question. You said, would you rather a player in his prime or
would you rather, what do you prioritize more? Is the overall resume with like all the accolades stacked up or how good the player was in their prime? I guess it comes down to that, right? Like
that's the LeBron versus Jordan thing.
Yeah, because that's sneaky, right? Because you could get a little sneaky, right? You could get a little sneaky with that, depending on what player. Two would have a ball with that shit.
But what Dom did, that was super dope. But this is why, if y'all notice lately, what I try to do now is I strip all the accolades.
Okay.
Because a lot of players, and this has nothing to do with Clyde against Dame, but a lot of players, like I said, due to having 1, 2, 3 rings, we tend to just go, okay, they better than this player. But if we, like you said, Don, if we looking at in the vacuum and going, okay, snatch the accolades. You look at this guy in his prime, this guy in his prime. Who was the better basketball player? I'm going to be honest. Dame Lillard might have a lot of guys beat just because of what he's did on the offensive end. And this has nothing to do with between him and Clyde. So that's why lately, when I do comparisons, I try to go, because remember, once you go who's better, it's hard to make it a good all right, prime example. Once you go who's better, let's say Garnett or Barkley. Even though a lot of people will say Garnett, some people will automatically say Garnett because of the ring. They're not going to even give Barkley a chance. So now when I say, that's what happens. So now when I say snatch the accolades, what are we talking about? So, Dame and Clyde, some guys is great defensively, some guys is great offensively. It depends on what you went to.
Both, like Clyde Frazier.
Yeah, but also
if we're gonna handlers of his time, pulling up off of behind the back over dudes. Oh, I love Clyde's game, dude. I'm shocked how great he is.
That's part of the reason why we even having this conversation is because Dom just loves all these old niggas, and I respect
Clyde Frazier. I like Clyde Frazier.
But that's
Dom.
Frazier my favorite player of like all. Have I not said that to you guys before? He's my favorite player of that time. 3-point. Him and Bill Russell. Yes, bro. He's amazing. He's incredible. And I'll send you all the stuff I have on him. Every time that you guys are in a close game, bro, he comes through. It's crazy.
Yo, I love this affinity that Dom has for Frazier.
No, but I'm not going to bat for that many guys like this. He doesn't really have many basketball flaws to me, except for free throws. I mean, if you want to hold the way he plays against him, that's just the rules of the game. But he's nifty, man. He can pull up. He's a good passer. He can guard your best player. I mean, he gets rebounds. He gets triple doubles before they're even considered triple doubles, and he's clutch. And he was the best player on the title team. What more do you want? The king.
But see how AllBall really. I don't know who he sounds like to you, Don. But what do I always say? I don't use championships to ever define my players ever. Now, do you help them contend? Help them make the playoffs? That's a different caliber. Do you contend for the MVP? Do you contend for rebounding champion? Like that's because if you're there consistently, now I'm seeing something, especially compared to who you played against. In your era, you dominated. That was our thing with Larry Bird, Steph Curry, or whoever else. All right, we can never take away Steph Curry being Steph Curry in his era. Same goes for Larry Bird. Same goes for Clyde Frazier. They are who they are in this era. It's no guarantee you take them out of that era, they go into a different era, and they can be who they are. It's not a guarantee. Also, that Clyde Frazier argument, that's why I asked, is he the first iconic point guard? Because a part of that is
iconic point guard. Is Bob Cousy not iconic during his time?
It doesn't feel like Clyde. Like this was universally. I don't care what color you were, culture you were.
Yeah. Cloud with the outfits, with the cars. Just
cool.
I get what you're saying.
That was like everything Magic, Iverson, Dr. J is post Walt Frazier. It might be New York. It also might be the fact that
you gotta give Pearl some credit for this as well.
But Pearl is definitely, street ball legend. He has that as a pioneer. He has a lot to that, but he wasn't the icon Walt Frazier was. You don't have to be great to be an icon either. I'm talking about that carrying that commercial wise before Dr. J. So the other thing to that is Dom what brings him to another level. Yeah, he played New York and all that. Walt Frazier's also on a super team, bro. He's on a super team. Dame never got that. This is the first time we get. That's why I'm excited about this. No excuses, Dame. We want to see you at the highest level with the best player in the MVP candidate next to you. We want to see this championship mode. We got to see it, because if not, you ain't on Walt Frazier's level, Papa. That's how it goes. You can't be.
I'm not knocking Dame for having not won a ring. I don't believe that any of his teams should have won a championship. I don't even think any of his teams should have gone to the championship. None of them. But I don't think that, I think that you guys are acting like he dragged them and carried them further than they really should have. And
1,000%.
He did.
Yeah, I think his team was. I mean, for how good I think Damian Lillard is, that was what they should have been, an 8th seed or a first round exit. He never. In 2019, look, he got OKC the fuck out of there. I'll give him all the credit in the world. That was a great run. That was one run.
Hey, Dom.
What?
Dom, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
All jokes aside, because you're a very smart guy. You like a brother to me. All y'all are, right? Hold on. No. All jokes aside. Them Portland Trailblazer teams, think about it. He could never get a free agent there. They could never make a big trade. When they did make a big trade and get Grant, he didn't pan out to what they thought it would be. All these other guys that we say are great, they play for organizations where they can get good players over there. He literally was playing behind the 8 ball his whole career and still was getting to the playoffs every year.
But so hold on. Hold on. But that's the other thing that I think Dame has been a little slick on with us, right? I get, and I'm not going to change my argument. I still have him as a top 10 point guard all time. He might be 9 or 10, but I still have him there. But he's made it so that somehow we look at him as some guy that got slighted his whole career. Like, he got overlooked. Like, he comes off like he should get more respect than he gets right now. And I think Dame gets enough respect, like more than enough respect than what I think he thinks he should be getting. It's like somehow he tries to make us think like, oh, he's slighted. Every other point guard is talked about more than him. And I think we talk about him more than enough. You in a position now to win a championship. Go do the shit.
So hold on, let me ask AllBall, who or what is being said about Dame that makes you feel like that? Because you sound like you're echoing what Dame is saying. Because to me, did you like what he did in Milwaukee with the whole? This is a quasi LeBron lands in Miami, not 1, not 2, not 3. They're having damn near parades to celebrate this guy landing in Milwaukee.
It's not.
Well,
okay.
Hold on, Fleet. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick, and I'll let you respond. Remember what I said when this first happened. I said this reminds me of the Cleveland, with Kyrie, LeBron, and Kevin Love. I think if Milwaukee can stay together for 4 years, I think they can win 2 rings. But I'm gonna tell y'all, this is my opinion. I have no inside or nothing. This is just me from the outside looking in. If Portland doesn't draft Scoot Henderson, Dame Lillard stays in Portland. I've been saying it. If you take that draft pick and trade it for maybe a PG or whatever you can get, I think Dame Lillard stays in Portland. The fact that they went with a point guard showed they was done with Dame. But Flea, I get what you're saying. Did he do that on purpose? I don't know. But it just sometimes, you know how life just happens to happen like that? I think for him it just happened like that. But
I think that's the part you're missing out on. That's why people get mad at Dame.
But we can't deny, and I'm gonna let y'all go. We can't deny that Portland, the duration he was there, they couldn't do nothing for him. That's not his fault.
Okay, but you're giving him. Let's.
That's not his. No.
That's fair, but let's go through the years. You guys are acting like he dragged them like LeBron on the Cavs or something.
What? Hold on. You take Dame Lillard off any of them Portland teams.
They're not good, of course. But you can say a lot of teams, when they take away their star, they're not going to be good.
Yeah, but some of these teams are sustainable enough to continue to be successful. What you took Kevin Durant. You took Kevin Durant and you took James Harden off of OKC, and you left Russell Westbrook there to figure shit out. The dude was an MVP, triple doubles, and kept them in the playoffs. Like,
that's more of a carry job than Dame's ever had in his entire career, by the way. 2017 Russ.
100%. And that's the only reason why he won MVP. Like, revisionist history for me, triple doubles are a little inflated. They
are, but we didn't know as much at the time about how
average triple doubles, and it never equated to shit. So
how many Flea, how many times
he just dragged the team to the 6th seed? That's not equating to something.
How many times? Hold on, Flea. How many times Westbrook got to the first round and got up out of there?
Less times than Dame. I can promise you that.
I mean, he's been the main guy on his team less times.
No.
How many times? Oh no, I'm gonna counter that. How many times has Dame Lillard been considered an MVP? Top 3.
0 times.
Probably.
Russ is up there a couple times. Yeah. Without even looking it up.
Triple-double in 4 regular seasons. But
I mean, because he was really wowing people with that MVP. Like, it sounds awful to say right now.
Go.
No,
he's wowing
us. It sounds crazy to say right now. Because in the moment, you like it's amazing. I
almost said something crazy, Flea. I'm glad you
say it.
Talking.
Please. I want to hear what you got to say. Because I think Dame is wowing all ball with his antics. Like, he's always playing his victim shit.
Dude,
y'all running from the grind, is that in the third?
All right, you ready?
Sure.
Westbrook might be the most overrated point guard of all time.
I don't think he's a point guard.
I mean, I'm not gonna.
Okay. Now he's not a point guard, right? Yeah, okay.
I get a lot of hate.
You asking me?
I feel you.
Nah, yeah. I think.
I don't know about overrated. I don't know about overrated. OG.
He's overrated.
No, I agree.
Bro.
I agree because they were doing that. They were doing. That's how they lost Harden. If they
Carmelo let the cat out the bag. I'm sorry, but people that smart seen it on TV. How they basically gave him those triple doubles. How people was getting out the way to get the rebounds. None of his passes is met. None of those is none of that. Let's cut the jokes out. He's a good player.
Garbage.
Let me slow down. Go ahead. I'll leave y'all alone.
No, listen again. When it was him versus Derrick Rose, that was an argument for whoever was on Russell Westbrook's spot. I like Derrick Rose being better than him because he was more consistent every year. I don't know if Dame is better than because Westbrook is so dominant. He is
3 years
dominant.
in a row. 3 years in a row to
dominant in what?
He's covering.
Is he dominant?
Dog, he's grabbing that many rebounds and scoring, get up and down. He's fine. He's not a point guard, but he's dominating.
Everybody out here talking about Westbrook. You know what y'all all say? I like Westbrook because of his motor. Get out of here with that. That's all they say. They don't say nothing else. Stop it, man.
He's low IQ.
That's why Flea laughing. Thank you.
Yeah.
No, you ain't got an answer.
This is why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because, and it's nothing against you, OG, but a lot of people try to diminish a motor. Some guys you can't even give that shit to. Some guys, if a nigga had more of a motor, he would be a top 10 player of all time. He would be an all-time great. But the motherfucker lazy and he don't know how to turn it up. So, you know what I'm saying? So he's now a lower level player. So I feel what you're saying. Yes. We love Russ because of his motor.
He don't shoot well. He don't shoot free throws well. His decision making is terrible. His basketball IQ is low. What are we talking about?
But let's forget Russ. I don't know how he even got in this conversation. But
no, because y'all try to say Dame Lillard ain't a great point guard, but y'all tell me Russell Westbrook is a great point guard.
Well, I think Westbrook's a better point guard than him in terms of actually getting his other guys into the game. Yes, he is.
Okay.
He's a better passer.
I've always said Russ never passes to pass. Like, all of Russell's passes are directly to a basket. And sometimes that's not always the best pass.
I agree with that. But I will say this, though. With the Clippers, he hasn't done that, which I love.
That's
a lot of maturity. But you're right about that. But I think there's tons of guys in the league that make the assist pass a lot. Like, I think Harden did it a lot. I think Luka does it all the time. LeBron, in the course of his career, has done that.
John Wall was the same.
Rondo, yeah.
John Wall was the same way. But then the elite level point guards, in terms of getting guys involved before we start misconstruing it, the guys that get involved, like a Jason Kidd, like a Steve Nash, like a John Stockton, we talking about guys that are just making the pass for the sake of passing, not for the sake of a basket. So Chris Paul,
I agree with that.
Chris Paul's another player that also tries to make the assist pass a lot too.
I agree with all that. We gotta get to these comments. And this guy Go Highlights already agrees with all. He agrees with AllBall. It wouldn't hurt for Damian to get some fake rebounds and assists. Right. I can't tell if he's agreeing or disagreeing with AllBall.
Shout out to the GOAT. That was good. That was good.
I think Scam Likely. Shout out to Scam Likely. He's asking if he's overrated. Yes, he's overrated. Scam Likely is still one of the best names I've heard in my life on Twitter. Somebody said he answered this guy because Shaft 9000 said Russ is Rambo meets Steve-O.
Shaft 9000. I love Shaft 9000. He's great.
Man.
Okay,
you start from the beginning.
I want to. We can go ahead. Yeah, I got to get out of here in a little bit, but we can. I want to also ask AllBall some questions while you're doing that. Keep playing the comments, dude. AllBall.
Yes.
Let's go through Damian Lillard's run with Portland because you're acting like you overachieved so much.
Okay, come on.
Had one of the, if not the best power forward in the league, alongside Blake Griffin.
Oh my God.
Kevin Love in 2015. Let's just talk after this. They beat the Rockets. Great second season. Amazing. Bro, they got smacked in the face in the first round as like a 5 seed by the Grizzlies. And I predicted it too because they were just not it. Like, they're good. LaMarcus Aldridge is good. Is that overachieving?
Listen, we're all going to disagree with the LaMarcus Aldridge take. Y'all can sit there and tell me he was. No, he was. Okay. Okay.
Pull it up.
I thought he was really good. I'm not jumping out the window with great from LaMarcus.
He was a solid. He was a solid. He was a solid player. Yes, they overachieved. Yeah, anytime Dame Lillard was on that Portland Trailblazer team, they overachieved. Yes, yes.
Crazy. That team wasn't bad.
Name those rosters. Name the rosters. No. Go through the rosters, Dom.
Okay. 2015 Blazers?
Yes. What's that roster?
Are you ready, Dom? I'm gonna read these comments before you gotta go. Okay, right, TJ Warren signed with Phoenix, I believe, Jay Cruz. Miami doesn't have any pieces they want. Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, nobody wanted Tyler Hero.
Right, but do we feel like Miami failed at this? I just think they try to extort Portland and they failed.
Can we talk about for the last 2 seasons, Spider, Kyrie Irving, Damian Lillard, and I'm sure I'm Jrue Holiday. I'm sure I'm missing a bunch of other guys, but all of these guys have moved around and have been, attached to Miami. Somehow Miami might get them. Miami hasn't landed a motherfucker yet.
Flea. Word is Miami figured since Dame Lillard said I only want to go to Miami, they figured they could have heist him and gave him nothing for something, and Portland ain't go for it. That's what happened.
I'm glad Portland GM has some fucking nuts because it's like, let's be honest.
I got the roster.
We've never and I stand on this to this day. We've never seen Pat Riley go get the guy, not the guy wanting to come to Miami. We've never seen Pat Riley go get the guy.
Are y'all crazy?
Who? Tell me who.
Shaq?
Who does he have to go? Number one, who does he have to go get?
That's the only one aside from Shaq. Who else?
How many championship appearances do the Miami Heat have compared to the Knicks since Pat Riley left over here? Are you insane?
I said go get the guy. Be able to land the high-profile free agent who was available at the time, aside from Shaq.
LeBron.
Who is the other guy that he's been able to throw his rings on the table, cachet, and say, "Here, come to Miami, and we got you."
Pat Riley,
there's no other players.
Pat Riley in the Miami, he had more championship appearances in the last 4 years.
But that's another conversation.
That's not another conversation. Oh, that's not another conversation because you guys love this whole go get this guy, go get this top 5 guy for what? If we're building a team the Miami Heat way.
Question. You didn't answer my question.
I don't. What I'm telling you is that's an overrated stat. They didn't get Kyrie. They didn't get this guy. They didn't get Dame. Why do they have to get them if they're going to the finals and they're keeping their team intact? They're keeping their system intact. They're not sacrificing it once again for LeBron James again. They're not doing that again.
Fabian, I have no problem with Pat Riley sticking to his guns and doing it the way they've been doing it, building through the draft. Finding a Duncan Robinson and finding I don't have no problem.
So Jimmy Butler,
with the way he's
Jimmy Butler not a top 10 caliber dude season in season out the last 4 years.
Who
he went and got him? Jimmy Butler. Come on now,
got him. Jimmy wanted to be there. He didn't have to go get.
Why did he want to be there? That's a pretty easy answer. Miami's a really good organization.
See, that's a good point, though. Regular shit. You're not fucking listening. What I'm saying to you is, the only guy that he went to go get was Shaquille O'Neal. Every other guy he's had on this team has wanted to be there, a la Jimmy Butler. But over the last couple of seasons, they've had the ability to go get guys who, one, might want to be in Miami, and two, all he got to do is make the deal, get the deal done. He has not been able to do it.
Why does he have to? If they're making finals appearances and upsetting everybody, I don't get why that has to be made. We just saw them last year go against the champions, bro. They lost to the champions. They lost twice to the champions in the last 4 or 5 years. They were a game away, a Jimmy Butler 3-point away from making 3 finals appearances. What are we talking about right now?
Win.
What are you talking about? Win the last 4 years.
Win the championship.
Please be in front. Listen, he's front.
No,
right
because
now.
you have the ability. You have the ability to tip the scale, and you don't tip the scale because you don't have the guys.
So trading Tyler,
you can't rely on Jimmy Butler playing 45, 50 games in regular season and say, "Oh, I'm gonna flip a switch," and all-ball superstar player comes into the playoffs and drags them to the motherfucking finals every year. You can't rest on that going forward, my man. So you gotta do something.
Yes, the hell you can. Yes, the hell you can rest
on
that.
You're not gonna be able to do that.
That owner is
you.
That he just listen. Let's not forget Pat Riley's 20% owner of the Miami Heat. He's definitely earned his stay over there. If I'm a Miami Heat fan, I'm certainly happy that that's my owner. 1,000% better than this guy that we have in New York City. Insane. To say that we needed to get Dame Lillard over there is crazy.
I promise you, Jaime Jaquez is not going to be fucking good this year. And whoever else.
Jaime Jaquez is a legend out here.
Shout out to Jaime Jaquez, yeah. But he's not going to be the guy that Max Strus was. I promise you that.
Hold on, please.
Stop.
Now we worried about Max Strus. They made Max Strus over there.
This is my point.
That's not your point.
You're not going to keep plucking out diamonds in the rough and playing the guy that we get to the NBA Finals. It's not happening.
They made it to the NBA Finals almost 3 times in the last 4 or 5 years with second rounders, and you over here complaining they didn't get the big guy. Are you crazy? All you guys sound nuts to me.
You can tip the scale.
Hey Dom, I'm gonna hit you. Hold on. I love what y'all doing. You know I'm in for that. Hold on, but real quick, Dom, what is that 2015 Portland Trailblazers roster?
We gotta
take a break. We gotta take a break from Miami Heat banter for the bum ass Blazer team. We're talking about a real roster right now.
You want the players that are playing, correct? Not just players on the roster, because there's some guys that are better now, but they weren't actually playing.
Can we get you see what he's doing, right, Flea? You heard that just now, right? I'm just asking for the roster. You heard what he just said?
What he say?
I was saying you want the players that are actually getting minutes, right? Not just the bench warmers, because there's like guys like Will Barton.
Name the roster, Dom.
Thank you. Just name the roster.
Damian Lillard, LaMarcus Aldridge, Wes Matthews, Nico Batum, Aaron Aflalo, Robin Lopez, Steve Blake, CJ McCollum, Chris Kaman, Myers Leonard, Alan Crabb, Darrell Wright, Thomas Robinson, Alonzo G, Will Barton, Victor Claver.
And let's be honest, some of the names that he did name were better players than like
Wes Matthews.
Most recent. When you're thinking about it right now, that's 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
Now see, my mindset is different. Wes Matthews always been a fucking bum to me.
That's crazy. Bro. That's crazy. Before the knee injury, Wes Matthews was good.
That's here though.
So you telling me that roster and in 2015 was the West good at that time?
Fantastic. It was insane.
Yeah. So that's the ascension of the Warriors.
Now hear me out. That roster, you telling me that's not the definition of dragging that roster to the playoffs when the West is that strong?
No, that roster's a good team. It's a 50-win team. It's a good team. You have 2 stars.
It sounds like a team that was cast. It sounds like a team that was built around Dame Lillard and DeMarcus Aldridge, and they shipped DeMarcus Aldridge out of there. Dame was so good.
That's a decent team. That's not like a great team.
Yeah.
I mean, your best player is not Damian Lillard yet, though. It's LaMarcus Aldridge.
At that time, yes.
And Dame was that good.
Dame is a rookie of the year. Hold on a second. Dame is a rookie of the year. His rookie season. He comes back.
What Dame averaged in 2015?
He averaged 21 points, 5 rebounds if you round up, and 6 assists.
What did LaMarcus Aldridge average?
23 and 10. Come on, man. He was a really great player.
What do you mean? No.
Big bum over there, AllBall.
No, he is a bum. I don't care what y'all talking about.
How many games they win that year?
Hey, Fleet, that was
51 games.
Hold on, wait, y'all. I wasn't trying to say, look, I'm comparing LaMarcus Aldridge to Dame Lillard's numbers. Now, Dame, what was that, his second year?
Third year.
Right, his third year, he averaged 21. LaMarcus Aldridge only averaged 23. So why are you sitting there telling me that Dame ain't have nothing to do with that team getting 50 wins and getting to the playoffs?
Now you're saying nothing to do. No, I'm saying it's not dragging. He's the second option. He's a fantastic one. He's a star. It's a 2-star team. Their best player is LaMarcus Aldridge, so they're not going to go past probably the second round.
What now? Right? Y'all just tricked me. What about the Dame teams without LaMarcus Aldridge? That's what I wanted.
Keep going. Okay, so 1 year, do you concede that that's not a crazy carry job? They got beaten.
No, that's still a carry job.
That's insane.
But 2016 is LaMarcus Aldridge should be in San Antonio by now.
This is the 1 year besides 2019 I will give you. But let me say this: with Dame, now it's CJ McCollum, and they just put, because they can't, both of them cannot guard. They put two good defenders around them: Al-Farouq Aminu and Mo Harkless.
Al-Farouq players. My son.
Can you, bro?
And then Mason Plumlee.
Hold on, Dom. Can you please, from 2016, if you could, real quick, because I know you got to go. Can you name the rosters in the next 4 or 5 years? That's all I'm asking. I don't want to just name the rosters how you just did with LaMarcus Aldridge in them.
Okay, this team is not very good. I agree. They won 44 games. Dame, CJ, Al-Farouq Aminu, Mo Harkless, Alan Crabb, Mason Plumlee, Myers Leonard, Ed Davis, Gerald Henderson, Noah Vonleh.
Just stop. What's the next year?
Oh, wait, how many wins did they get? Where did he drag him to?
He kind of dragged him 44.
Okay, and did they make the playoffs?
Yeah, and they should have gotten beaten in the first round, but Chris Paul and Blake both got hurt. We were kicking their fucking ass.
They made the second round that year?
Chris Paul was killing Dame. Killing.
No.
Yeah, because Chris Paul and Blake Griffin didn't play. Are they supposed to lose?
Stay right there.
Oh,
stay right there.
We got him.
What's the next?
Shit.
Give us the next. Give us the next roster.
No. Wait. We gotta celebrate this. I think AllBall wins this by a landslide.
No. Because Dom gotta go. No. Because Dom gotta run. I want us to finish this. What's the next roster the next year?
All right, the next year it's a very similar roster. It's
all right. Leave it. They made the playoffs.
Yusuf Nurkic, Al-Farouq, Mo Harkless, Alan Crabb, Mason Plumlee, Evan Turner, Ed Davis, Noah Vonleh, Myers Leonard. First round team. They were a 500 team, 41-41. Isn't that what they're supposed to be with Dame and CJ?
With that roster, yeah, that sounds about right.
Because Dame is a great player. I'm still giving him credit for being a great player. One of the top 3-point guards in the league.
Evan Turner sounds like Fozzie the Bear from the Muppet Babies. His voice is crazy. I don't know if he has some wrong.
But do y'all hear those rosters at a flea? This is what I'm saying. Those rosters at a time when the West was the West.
Yeah, and they got swept. So like
the Portland Trailblazers, he's getting them to a 50% record, and they're making the playoffs.
He's a good player, though, a great player. Like, are we supposed to expect him to not be?
Super. No, you say he's not a superstar.
He's not.
Listen, man, we found the crux. No, yeah, we found the crux to your Dime. I have to. The coordinates in order. We have to vote now. Coordinates has to be adjourned. I think Dime is lying and he's biased because his Clippers got smacked in the first round.
Really where it is.
That's what happened. We found it.
You didn't find a thing.
Dime, the way you almost jumped through the screen when you got to them beating the Clippers, are you kidding me?
Dime was courtside for every game of that series. He was courtside. That nigga, he was.
I can't believe this, and he slammed his clipboard.
I'll give you the trump card right here. How about the next year? First of all, he got swept by the Warriors, which he should have gotten swept. How about when he was the higher seed?
Conference Finals, right?
No. They got spanked without Durant and Curry.
I'm talking about with Durant, though. I'm talking about with Durant.
They was in the Western Conference Finals. What year?
2019. We're not even there yet.
Okay.
2017, they got swept, and with a 500 team. That team should be about a 500 team.
Who swept them?
The Warriors with KD. Obviously, they got their ass kicked.
17. Okay.
Yeah. Then the next year, they get the 3 seed. Oh, yeah, that's very impressive. What does he do? Gets swept as the higher seed by the Pelicans.
That was bad.
Killed them.
What was the roster? What was the roster?
They were a 3 seed too.
No, Fleet. No, that's wait.
Damian Lillard.
What was the roster?
Dame, CJ, Al-Farouq, Mo Harkless, Yusuf Nurkic, Evan Turner, Shabazz Napier, Ed Davis, Pat Connaughton, Zach Collins.
That's overachieving.
He got them to a third seed.
Regular season, he got swept.
He got them to a third seed with that roster,
and then got swept.
What does AllBall always say?
Higher seed.
See, Dom, you gotta use his own words against him. What does AllBall always say? You couldn't get one game. Dang,
get a game.
One game,
and you a superstar. Your superstar couldn't get one game. AllBall.
But to drag that team to a 3 seed, that's a hell of a season.
It is, but then you get swept. It's awful.
Wow.
And
so they got swept the next year too.
No, they got swept 2 years in a row, but then they had the conference final run, which was awesome. I think he overachieved that team.
What was Westbrook's after Durant left from OKC up until now? What's Westbrook's tenure in the playoffs?
I can concede the Damian Lillard to Westbrook thing. I'm not going to go to bat for Westbrook like that.
Okay. Yeah, he made the playoffs. He made the play. There was a 6 seed.
Yeah, I bet he ain't.
Got him the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
He was a 6 seed, and then Dame knocked them out one year when he waved them by.
All right.
He got to go now. Hey, Flea, he got to go now. He ain't going to break down the Westbrook shit. He got to go now.
No, yeah. Is he better than Gary Payton?
Who?
Dame.
Yes. I'm sorry. It kills me to say that he's better than the glove. Yes. Yeah. And if he get listen, that's why I say if he get a ring this year, that whole order, that shit gonna change up, bro. I'm sorry.
Stockton?
Nah, I'm not. Nah. Stockton was tough, man.
Yeah. And it hurt. And the historians and the lovers of the game only penalize Stockton because he doesn't have a championship. But
the assist, the steals, the records,
of like just straight up point guard. You can't talk about NBA basketball. You can't talk about the game without Stockton. Like
that's a fact. Great point. Yeah, you can't.
Really high praise.
You can't. Listen, real quick. I think it was Gary Payton. You know, whether he was lying or not, he said I had a harder time going Stockton than Jordan and other guys. And then you have guys like Barry, B. Diddy, Baron Davis, and I forgot what was the other point guard with the big ears that played for Phoenix? Then he became a coach.
Earl Watson.
Come on, he said the way John Stockton was dog walking me from all the way to what John Stockton meant to the game as a point guard, little white guy, unathletic, the record he holds with steals and assists, and just how tough he was. That was a great point. You can't talk about point guards in basketball without mentioning John Stockton.
Yeah, I don't think.
But I think that's the Bob Cousy point too, and I really don't care, to be honest with you. Like, because him and Karl Malone is legendary, and the pick and roll is legendary. They like the icons of pick and roll, but that don't mean you're better than Dame. That doesn't mean that Dame gets Karl Malone. Then what? Karl Malone's all-time top 5 power forward. Dame did.
I'm not saying that.
I'm saying that. I understand what you made a great point that. That's part of how people vote. And another way that they vote is that what AllBall just said. He gets a chip. People start speaking differently about him. They just do. When you're a part of winning like that and you show up when it's game time like that, at prime time on that level, and we haven't gotten to prime time if we have time for that, but if Dame does that, it changes a lot of people's point of view.
Yes.
Actually, no, go ahead first.
No, I was going to say, if Dame get a ring and when his career is all said and done, let's not hope he get a Finals MVP, but if he get one ring and when his career is done at the point guard position, he averages 25, 26, bro, you got to throw him in there, man. I'm sorry. But go ahead, Dom.
Goat Highlight says, if Dame gets Karl Malone going to say, get this dude out of here. All he does is chuck from 40 feet out and make excuses if we lose. Oh, my God.
He does, but Karl Malone playing in this era, he would have to be shining Dame Lillard's sneakers every day, tying his shoes for him. What are you doing, Karl Malone? You ain't playing in this era without a point guard like that. So, and we shouldn't be talking about Karl Malone for too long on any platform.
AllBall, I was going to ask a question. Yeah, same. We don't like Utah over here. That's another reason we don't like Utah, by the way. Man, forgot what I was going to say. Lost my train of thought.
Oh, you asked me a question. Come on, man.
Yeah, unfortunate.
See, that's what Utah Karl Malone do. See what I'm saying?
Yep. So before we get to, if you want to talk about Dion, and I know Dom got to go, read some more comments. Love the Jrue move. He's a winner with the C's. They can plug and play any big. They created Grant and Robert Williams. They'll create another one. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the starting two
it's gonna be Derek White. They're not going to start two bigs with Missoula, I don't think. And Derek White had such a good season. It kind of would be.
Yeah, Derek White was second team All NBA. He's going to start next to Jrue.
So that's the question: is Tatum? So where's Tatum playing in Brown?
3 on the floor. Tatum's been playing the
Just
floor a lot
forwards.
over the last couple of years. It's modern NBA. You know what I'm saying? That's what people got to realize
just
about
forwards.
Kawhi. That's what I've been saying to Clipper fans. Let Kawhi play it.
I would love Derek White off the bench. I think him off the bench is more valuable. But I mean, he's gonna have to start now though.
And they just want to guarantee him a lot of minutes, you know, because he really was that great.
You don't move Brogdon without elevating White too. That's the other thing too.
Facts.
I'm a diehard Lakers fan. And I was pissed about the Lakers not getting Jrue Holiday.
I remember my question now. Yo, AllBall.
Yes.
You think Dame Lillard was better at his peak than James Harden?
Wow. This is gonna hurt the no. Only reason why the assist. James Harden at his peak was like a video game. Even though some of us hated to watch it, those couple years, he deserves a lot of credit. James Harden was out of control. Like, it was like he couldn't miss. And I'm a Dame guy, but James Harden at his peak, remember, Charles Barkley one time said on national TV, and people thought he was nuts. Said that was the greatest offensive player I ever seen when he was talking offense, which I didn't agree. But at one time, James Harden was unstoppable. So think about.
I got him.
No,
what you got? No, let me tell you something. It's what you got. Last week, all alive. I'm gonna make sure to tell you, James Harden not top 75. Not only does he have more accolades than Dame, you just admitted he was a better player than him. So Dame is not top 75.
Nah, no. You said at his peak. So I'm going off of the 1 year at his peak. That was terrible.
He slid it on that. Oh, nah, that was a good one.
No,
great. Hey, Dime, great shot, great attempt.
That was
but
terrible.
a great counter move by AllBall out of the corner.
Yeah.
What did you say?
That was terrible.
Two. You are one of the slickest niggas from Harlem I ever met in my life.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
That was terrible. What?
That was amazing.
James
by the way,
resume better too.
James Harden.
His resume's better. There's no argument for Dame resume-wise over Harden if you just look at the accolades on paper. And then he's a pure player. So that means Dame, you might be lower on him than you think.
No, you going off the peak. If I'm going, okay, James Harden at his peak, at his best one time, Dame Lillard. Yes, but if I'm going career, totality, I think Dame Lillard is a better basketball player.
Where's my list?
James Harden is too much like this.
Right. What list is this? The top 25 players.
You don't.
Oh, I got it. No. I'm gonna preview it this week. No, I ain't ducking it. I'm gonna preview it this week.
James Harden in 2017 took that team to that team had no other star on it, really. They had a lot of good players, but they didn't have a star on it.
That's 1 year. That's my point.
2015, he took him to the conference final. James Harden has done it because you just said it yourself. You made the point for me.
I said passing. No, 1 year. For that, I said 1 year.
1 year.
James Harden was out of control.
So wait. We're having a discussion right now. If James Harden is better, if Dame is better than James,
and in their prime, he was not.
No. You ain't gonna not. James.
No. I said no.
But Flea, you said James Harden's top 75. The thing is that AllBall said he wasn't. And
I know that
is. So that's why I was trying to tell him that he's contradicting himself.
Listen. If we haven't figured out now how two operates, we know how he operates.
Hey, don't make me shut your mic off, Flea. Don't do that.
We got him.
The Wizard of Oz must remain the wizard. Please.
But
they
ain't getting me with that.
Hold on, listen. Dame, we got him. You arguing whether he's top 10 point guards or not, and that's arguable at this point because we were all arguing. James Harden is easily top 10 shooting guards
of all time.
Yeah, but I may be petty and say on my personal list he doesn't make it
all time. Like, why you say it like that?
I don't even like James. You know I don't like James Harden game at all.
Of all time?
You're telling
why
me
you saying it like that?
You're telling me shooting guard is a deeper position than point guard is all time. I disagree. I think there's been better point guards all time than a shooting guard.
Hold on, Flea.
I didn't ask.
Outside the top three.
I'm telling y'all now. This got to be a topic for next week, or
of
even
all time?
Hold on.
Why are you saying it like
hold on, or even Wednesday on IG we could preview is James Harden top 10 shooting guard all time.
I'm fine with that.
Hold on, but we know the 5, right? What is it? Jordan, Kobe, D Wade. You can go.
I don't put West on my shooting. I put him as my point guard, but if you want him shooting guard, go ahead because he played both.
God,
What? I'm saying you can put him on.
LeBron, hold on. Kobe, Mike, D Wade.
I like how you did that too. Kobe, Mike. That was smart.
Right. D Wade. Hey, I don't know. Right. Hold on. Ray Allen. Let's just say Reggie Miller. Clyde. No. Reggie Miller is legendary. You don't do that.
Clyde Drexler legendary. I'm earning more and more respect for Clyde Drexler as the days go by.
And I'm earning a lot less respect for Reggie Miller.
Are we putting Allen Iverson in there?
Yeah.
Top 10. He's arguable.
Are we putting Jerry West in there?
He's he's
in your list. He's not on mine.
Reggie Miller is not a better player than James Harden. I'm sorry.
No, he's not. Right, but he's all but we're asking top 10 right now. Who's in his top 10 that
we're talking shooting guards. Hold on. Klay Thompson, there go 9. I'll leave it at that. Let's do our homework and have this discussion. That's all I'm gonna say.
James Harden.
I think so. As a shooting guard, Flea.
Just shooting the basketball, yeah. But the entire position itself, I don't know.
Shooting guard, Flea. That's all I'm saying.
Iceman? Ooh, is he a shooting guard?
No.
Small forward. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Shooting guard.
Dame averaged 25, 6, and 6 on Jrue Holiday's career. That's pretty crazy.
He got swept in the playoffs against him.
Wait a minute now. He needs to help Tatum. He needs to help Tatum. He was just praising him about his defense on Kevin Durant. That's true. 25, I'm good with that. Who would the Lakers give Steph?
Oh, that's back? My cousin.
Okay, thanks, cousin.
Shout out Navid.
Who would the Lakers give Steph back? It feels like LA is betting on chemistry over continuing to chase big names as they've done in the past. That's a lie. They have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, bro. Why are we not talking about Miami beating them and Philly collapsed? Hilarious. They play Villanova style ball. They at their best with all four. Go at the end of the day, Tatum Brown got to become more mature, get tougher, demand respect from their teammates. Being Kobe doesn't mean just shooting the ball, being vocal. I totally agree with that.
1,000%.
Jrue Holiday, just because they got Jrue Holiday doesn't get him over the top. What gets him over the top is Tatum and Brown being smarter and better when it matters most and making the game easier for themselves. Yeah. Not dancing so much behind the three-point line. You really like Kobe so much? Get your ass in the mid-post. Elbow.
Well, Tatum, in all fairness, Kobe is
easy shots. Tatum takes a lot of tough shots.
Though.
That's what Kobe did.
No, he didn't shoot that many three. Listen, man, if Kobe had this much room to go one-on-one, it would not be the same thing. He was playing against different levels of defenses that had to pack the paint. It's not the same. Jason Tatum has all this freedom and luxury, and he settles for threes. Kobe, look at where Kobe's catching the ball.
He settles for shit shots. Jason Tatum's shot selection, this year, he was a lot more efficient than he usually is. But over the last couple of years, his shot selection has been doo-doo.
And what was Kobe's? Hold on. Tatum don't get hurt in that first minute or two. He comes back from being down 0-3. Let's not forget that. I'm just saying.
But the guy, you're not going to beat the Nuggets.
The guy he patterns his game around is Kobe Bryant, who learned how all them shots he made, they look beautiful. Do not get me wrong. I don't think it could get better than Kobe looking like that. But he's shooting over 3 or 4 guys. That's what he was practicing that. So for Tatum to follow in his footsteps, that's what he does.
Defenders guarding him to be able to be taking the shots that he takes. He takes such tough shots. He's 6'10". First of all, he's already 4 inches taller than Bean ever was. So he's seeing over every defender that is even coming at him. And you're taking tough shots in a bigger play. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
No. Kobe never had you have to remember, Kobe also never had the luxury of being able to play in a pick and roll game where he can choose who guards him. He knows they're switching everything. They can choose who guards each other. Like, Kobe would have laughed at these kind of things, to be honest. Like, I'm being serious. Jason Tatum settles. And I like Jason Tatum. I'm a fan of his. But I'm serious.
There's such another level, in my opinion, because I think
stratosphere.
I think if Jason Tatum goes to the level that he's supposed to, he could be an MVP level player this year. Like, he could be an MVP level player if he just took it to the next level.
It's only one way to do that. I keep saying it. You got to break them up. That's the only way that's going to happen.
Well, we'll see. Now they got more firepower, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think he can win MVP next to Brown, too. I think so.
I think he could, too. But do you think having Jrue Holiday helps that or hurts that statistically?
I think it helps that because now Tatum doesn't have to guard the best player on the other team. Now you got another guy who can guard the best player.
Somebody said Celtics need to go get Boogie. Did I see that?
Yeah, you did.
He's washed.
Stay home, Boogie.
We are talking about
a backup center for a team that wants to just score points. I think he can still score a little bit.
Like Blake Griffin. We are talking about We were talking about a non-Eastern Conference Finals champion of last year. Didn't get much better. Damn.
It's a hater.
I like Horford at 5 and Porzingis at 4. Porzingis isn't really a post defender, but he can be a rim protector and good help guy. That's defensively capable in lineup. Very thin though. Depth is bad. I think they're saying what Flea was saying earlier. Celtics need who? Can you pronounce that? Okay. Depends how they lose. Terminator would be the point of signing D'Lo. D'Lo would be the point of signing. What would be the point of signing D'Lo and Gabe Vincent then? If you're the Lakers? How dare the Celtics get rid of Time Lord? Disgraceful. Salute. What's up, Shaft? Portland Western Conference Finals run was underrated. So AllBall saying the Bucks lost. The Bucks lost to an 8 seed last year in 5 games. They have a lot to prove, in my opinion. But a move did have to be done. So we'll see. I agree with that. Especially after Giannis extorted them. Williams and Brogg love Jrue, but he's getting long in tooth.
No. We're not letting you sneak that in. You slick too. He didn't extort them.
Giannis he did. He put pressure on the Bucks.
That's not extortion.
Hey, Flea, he extorting them. His brothers is over there.
Hey, thank you. He got a Greek party over there.
Spots. How the fuck you taking up 2 spots?
3. Williams and Brogg love Jrue. Do you agree now, Flea? You got 2 answers to Cocoon Bowl. Yeah. The whole family there. His nephews that got a job, and get out of here. Williams and Brogg love Jrue, but he's getting long in the tooth. Huh? Bucks guard and wing defense is non-existent. Celtics would kill them. That's crazy.
I mean, who do they have that's going to defend on the wing now?
Right, but you're
to be honest, that's the thing. But that's what I was saying. AllBall said they didn't lose anything.
That's not what he said.
No. Listen.
Pat Connaughton ain't Tony Allen. I promise you that.
Okay.
And they lost. What's the other guy? The mean little.
What? All right.
Hey, funny we mentioned Wes Matthews. He's probably going to be asked to do a lot defensively for this
Jesus
team.
Christ, Wes Matthews?
For what team?
Just named a roster where he was on 10 years ago.
And Jay Crowder.
People are getting in the paint left and right. I hope Brooke Lopez and Giannis are ready to host block parties every
Once
game.
again, y'all keep saying what Milwaukee lost. Why we don't talk about what they gained?
We did. We spent an hour talking about what
No, not you, Flea. He over there laughing with that Darth Vader laugh.
Yeah, I said they're in it to win the championship as much as anyone.
But it's heaven sent from Twitter. We're ignoring perimeter defense now. No, I'm not. But if you got Brooke Lopez was a defensive player of the year candidate. I think he came in number 2, and he should have been number 1 because your man Triple J in Memphis is a fraud. He is a fraud. Enough is enough with that. He's not disciplined enough, and Brooke Lopez easily could have been defensive player of the year. And you got Giannis there. I think that the Bucks might be the clear-cut favorites.
If Anthony Davis plays 65 games, he's winning defensive player of the year easily, but I don't know if he'll do that.
That's a good point. That's a great count.
Davis plays 65 games, he might be MVP in defensive player. Literally. Like if he's healthy, you know what I'm saying? He's that type of player. But
yeah. Thank you, Flea. Salute you all. Pull Up Podcast. What's going on?
Yeah, salute to Pull Up.
Yes.
Jrue Holiday is the stopwatch compared to Dame time. Terrible joke. Yes.
That was bad, go.
That was a good dad joke. It's a good dad joke. It's a good dad joke. Time Lord and Brogdon. Wow. Jrue Holiday, but he's getting long in the tooth. Did you just say that already? Top 10. Oh, Dame Lillard, top 10 point guards all time. Come on, dog. Y'all are great. Yep, thanks, Gold. Gold is the man. Oscar, Magic, Steph. See, I have another long list. Bob Cousy, Isaiah Thomas. See, you mentioned Bob Cousy.
No, you can argue. I'll concede Dame and Cousy. See, I'm not going to go that hard for Kuz, but
you better not.
Oscar, fuck no.
Milwaukee has enough length to hide Dame on defense. Middleton 6'8", Porter 6'9", Giannis 6'10", Lopez 7'1". Yep, and you want that lineup out there when Dame is out there with Middleton. Yo, I can't wait to see that Middleton and Dame, those Dame offenses. I can't wait. Jason Kidd, Gary Payton, top 10 scorer at that position, sure, but not as a setup artist. We'll see.
That's when you get into the meat and potatoes of what a point guard is. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like when you get into that, I get that definitely.
Jerry West easily. Walt Frazier, not as a defender, of course not. Walt Frazier way better than Dame, my guy.
I mean, LeBron, I gotta respectfully disagree with you on that, Gold. I'm sorry. I'm standing on that. Like
LeBron not a small forward because he wasn't listed small forward every year. Magic, Steph, CP3, Kidd, Nash, Westbrook, Oscar, West, Stockton, Harden, Frazier, Chauncey. That Chauncey Billups?
Chauncey, wow.
Scam likely. Scamming.
Big shot. Mr.
Living
Big
up.
Shot, man.
Oh no! See, that's what I wanted to do. Is he's gonna AllBall is gonna say that Dame's better than Chauncey, but last week is James Harden better than Chauncey Billups? Okay.
He did say that.
I'm just saying. Listen. Lot of us talk, but remember, when I say things like that, that's because a lot of us base certain things on championships. The first thing some people may say is,
you wanted them
remember, man, Big Shot got one of them things. Wasn't he Finals MVP?
So Clyde Frazier. I mean, again,
I'm just saying. Once again, I'm saying point guard. That's all I'm saying. But don't worry about it. The list is coming. Oh, the list is coming, baby.
Shap 9000 got Jason Kidd, Bob Cousy, Tiny Archibald.
Tiny needs to be talked about more. I think we slighted Tiny.
I'm gonna tell y'all who need to be talked about more. Tony Parker as a point guard.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I don't know if I take Dame. You think, he's carried a franchise. So
hey, Flea, man, you can't tell me I don't know what I be doing, baby.
Yeah,
no, that's 100%. I have a lot of
respect. We got to talk about Tony Parker is not better than Damian Lillard. Let's
Thank you.
Stop.
What the hell are they talking about right now, Flea?
Stop there.
Not even the same conversation.
I did not say that. Man. Hold on. I did not say that.
Stop. Let's just not even have fun with that. He's not.
I did not.
You didn't just say that. You threw your little rocky punches. I saw everything you did.
No, because look at all the point guards people are naming, and we always miss out on the guy that got 4 of them things with a Finals MVP. That's all I'm saying.
And may have been the best player on that last team.
So when we talk about when we talk about Steve Nash, they go, "Hey, you can't leave out a guy that got back-to-back MVPs." We leave out a guy that got 4 of them things
and a Finals MVP
and play with the best power forward of all time. Like I don't.
Okay, but he helped his best power forward win a lot.
I'm sorry.
It's amazing. He helped the best power forward win a lot.
Yeah, he did. He
made them a 50-win team every year. Those first couple of years in the 2010s, man, his mid-range was a lot better. His 18-footer was a lot better. The perimeter rule is getting even more relaxed. He was getting in the paint at will. He was getting in the paint whenever he wanted. It was so annoying playing against them, bro. It was torture.
I always what stood out to me about Tony Parker, what I always think about, half the season, he almost led the whole season, but half the season he led like points in the paint. At the end of, I want to say the 2010 season, that was always crazy to me.
That was 06, but he got a lot better since then to me.
Yeah, but still, like he was light. They almost traded for Jason Kidd or signed Jason Kidd, and they would have benched Tony Parker. Like what I said, Dame comes to Milwaukee, he better show up when the lights are on. Tony Parker showed up when the lights was on. Let's be clear about
Big
that.
Time.
I'm not saying Tony Parker wasn't good. I'm just Tony Parker's not better than Damian Lillard. That's where I'm.
That's fair. I mean, we never got to see Tony Parker lead a franchise, but he was damn sure good as the second option.
1000%.
And I think he was one of the best point guards in the league several years, especially those early 2010 years.
I can agree with that. You can't. That era. You can't talk about point guards without him.
Yeah.
Celtics give up a lot for a slight upgrade. Hepatitis see you later. That is one of the most disgusting names I've ever heard in my life.
Hepatitis see you later is so loyal though. I fuck with him heavy.
I love him too. I love him. Okay, I'm gonna do this proper. Oh, okay. Sean Marion, you're laughing, you're scoffing at Sean Marion getting better with Steve Nash. About 15 guys, arguably, if not certainly. Cousy, Frazier, J. Kidd, Gary Payton, Oscar, Magic, Steph, Isaiah Stockton, just off the top of my head. I think we argued a couple of those. Malcolm Brogdon, part of the 50, 40, 90 club. Is he? Williams a good defender.
Yeah, one time.
Hey, somebody I'm going to go to bat for a little harder is I'm not going to sit here and argue it, but Dennis Johnson deserves more love. He was a Finals MVP. He was a really big part of several championship teams. And yeah, one of the best backwards of all time. He and Gus, one of the best.
But
defenders.
me and Flea talked about this before. Like he's going to be underrated, but he going back to his point about between Kyrie and Dame. Dame's the better leader. Dennis Johnson had a problem with leadership skills, and that's why they got him out of there in Seattle.
True, but then okay, that's fair enough. But he won a championship in Seattle, and then he helped Phoenix win, and then Larry Bird is the best team he ever played with.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which is big time. And so did Chief Robert Parrish. So shout out DJ Pepperdine legend. Continue.
Frazier, Isaiah, Iverson, Luka. Well, he's Dirk. Walt Frazier is way better than Damian. Scoring, yes. Distributor, nah. Stockton. You're just going for the list. We're going to see how good Dame really is this year. Yep,
that's true.
Lillard made the playoffs 7 times in 11 seasons. Where did Lillard take you? What? GP over Lillard for sure. GP not winning in Seattle will always unfairly hurt his legacy.
But Dame not winning in Portland hurts his, right? Okay.
but Kyrie was clutch in the finals. He has pros and cons. Hello, guys from Greece. Do you think that the Warriors or the Mavs have to move for Robert Williams to upgrade the center spot?
I love that question.
Yes. We could definitely talk about that next time. That was a nice question. Damn.
Warriors or Mavs adding Robert Williams helps both of those teams. I love
the Mavericks.
Say Chris Paul ass over there for Robbie Williams.
Yeah, that was from Greece.
Oh wow,
that was from Greece.
Yeah,
I don't want to mispronounce your name, Konstantinos.
Yeah, shout out to Greece, man. That's a great question.
Big shout out Greece. Yes. I
also think even Miami going after him would be crazy. Robert Williams.
I like him over there in Golden State.
Yeah, and Golden State could use him more.
Yes,
that's an easy upgrade to a championship. Yeah. Dame is a better leader than Kyrie. Kyrie plays better basketball. Adrian Dantley was the best player on a playoff team. So what?
And Adrian Dantley's a great player.
Yeah.
And you see how they had to get him the fuck out of there so they could go to the next level, right?
Damn. He's still mad at Isaiah for that.
Word, Adrian Dantley.
Pistons
Shout
legend.
out to AD, hell of a player.
He still hates Isaiah Thomas. That's crazy. Why did LeBron go to Cleveland? He wouldn't go if Kyrie wasn't there.
That's true. That's true.
Dame is a top 5 scorer, but not high as a defender or distributor. Only a moderate winner. So he's about 20-25 all time. Damn,
that's pretty low. I was gonna put him in the 15 to 20 range.
When Kyle was the number one, he decided the best decision for the C's was he guards Giannis. Is that true?
Really? No way.
Lillard led his team to nothing. Factually, point guards got to be leaders. Little over Russ, for sure. Kyrie, but that's closer. How is Kyrie top 75? We keep hearing led to what? Go. You're tripping. LeBron goes back to Cleveland no matter what.
I don't know about that.
He does not, but we can agree to disagree, brother. He averages 25. Carmelo don't got no accolades either. What's your point?
Yes, he does.
What does he have?
Scoring title.
One?
Yeah, scoring title, a couple of All-NBA appearances, a bunch of All-Star appearances.
Okay. Fair enough, brother. Bucks winning 60 games minimum this year. Dame got locked up.
What's wrong with your face, too? God damn.
Come on, we talk about accolades, man. He ain't got no accolades, man. Come on, man. He ain't got no MVPs. He ain't got no DPOY. He ain't got none of that.
Really like,
come on, man. I'm just saying. I get caught in that too, and they be like, "Well, they got accolades. He got 10 All-Star appearances." Man, get out of here with that shit, man. Melo ain't got no accolades neither. Get out of here, man.
When you in the 24 best players of the season, that says something. You could do that consistently. That says something.
I like Melo. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. But he same guy that said the USA joint is means more to him than winning an NBA championship, right? Didn't he say that?
He did.
When he got 10 other All-NBA players on the team. Melo. That's your guy, Flea. I mean, that was respect. All 4 of you having great convo. This will be a year of clarity for Dame's legacy. We can all agree on that. And I think that's what
I agree with that, Go.
Yeah. You're right, because Luka playing with Giannis. What happened?
You literally skipped over Nick Pillow like that?
Oh, shit. Where my guy at?
I ain't see Nick.
Celtics killing the Bucks this year.
Oh, my God. Celtics, he said the Celtics killing the Bucks?
Wow.
I can't wait for this season. Oh,
yeah, me either.
baby.
That's going to be, we're going to want to see that.
Oh, it's going to be great until the first game, and then someone's load managing. Then the conversation begins again.
Now, only one team load manages, y'all. The Clippers.
Oh, my God.
And it's first. Luka's style doesn't attract players to want to play with him. Are you sure about that?
Depends who you are.
Yeah, Kyrie equals Giannis and Middleton and Lopez. Okay. Just like Harden, Portland had 50 wins and then 30 wins in lockout. The Blazers were not some terrible organization before Lillard. They always been the same team. Yeah, they've been pretty good, man.
They've always been decent in the last couple decades. Come on.
Like the Suns. I heard somebody say that the Suns had a bad organization. I'm like, how? They've never had a bad organization.
Ryan McDonough was a trash GM and Sarver's kind of a scumbag.
They had a shitty owner, but
yeah. Who was a trash GM, Don?
Ryan McDonough.
Yeah, McDonough was a shit GM.
Terrible.
Too.
Then James Jones took over and did great.
All right, but that was like 2 seasons.
It was 5 or 6 years, but it was the only period in their history that I think they were bad.
Okay, I'll say James Jones did okay. Okay, y'all forgot they've been to a final appearance. So, but right now with the moves he making now, that they better be making championships.
I like that squad. I like that squad in Phoenix, man.
Yeah, me too. But I'm just saying
they're a little deeper now too. Because I was worried about their depth, but they got a little deeper now too. So
yeah, but
Eric Gordon.
As we say, it's pressure on Boston and pressure on Dame. Some pressure on KD and them over there too now.
A lot of pressure.
Is there?
There's a lot. They better look at their team.
Is there?
No. I'm saying as far as how we view them all the time. Okay, sure. But right now we're trading for Dame Lillard and trading for Jrue Holiday. It feels like for me like they're gonna get the headlines and like KD could sneak in Phoenix. They don't have the media like that. Like the basketball fans. As of right now, I don't see Phoenix having as much pressure on them as Milwaukee and Boston to win.
They should, but you're right. You are right, but they should.
No,
they should. I think it's equal. I think it's equal.
Well, go ahead. I'm sorry, Flea, go ahead.
No, I just don't like their coach. I think Monty Williams should have had the opportunity to coach this team. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of Vogel.
At all.
Good defensive coach though, Vogel.
100% agree with you, Dime. I think he's a hell of a defensive coach. But I would have rather, Monty just got you to an NBA Finals. I think you should have been given the opportunity to elevate that roster, get a better roster, and see what you could do from there. But not to say Vogel is not a capable coach, like you said, great defensive mind. But we're gonna see. But they definitely. There's no, this is not like Golden State with KD, right? Like, I think there's a couple teams that have the opportunity, like a Bucks, like the Phoenix Suns. The Lakers are going to have a huge opportunity. The Celtics going to have an opportunity. If I told you before, if y'all are fully healthy, Dom, the Clippers should be in contention for getting to the NBA Finals. I don't know about winning it, but getting to the finals, like,
if we get to the finals, we should win it because we'd be beating Denver. To me, that means we should win it. If
Denver too, another team. There's a few teams out there that's going to be, in the mix.
Y'all sound scared of the Bucks. Not gonna lie. Okay, where was Giannis when Jimmy was going off on them? He hurt his back.
He was hurt.
Yeah, man, this is a great swap. Right. Dame never been expected to win a chip. How will he respond? Right. Certain stuff I can't put on here. Hepatitis, see you later. You gotta chill out. Jay Crowder is the only guy to wear number 99 who is not a superstar in the history of sport. AllBall, I agree. Cam was good on Phoenix. CP3 always has his backups do tremendous work. Portland got a better future than Houston. Houston got a bunch of shot chuckers. I disagree with that. I think Houston is in a way better position right now than Portland to play this year. Like, they have a better chance of making the playoffs than Portland.
But Portland's young core, I like a little more, maybe. I think Houston's a little underrated, but I like Portland's a little better. I think Scoot Ayton is going to be able to shine here.
Hold on.
Shadon Sharp.
I love Alperen Sengun.
Me too.
I think Jabari Smith is going to be a hell of a player in this league. I know as a consensus, we're down on Jalen Green. But again, a new coach getting in there with, a new coach, a respectable coach. I don't know what Jalen Green looks like when you get some guys over there that's going, you got to be a grown-up now. You can't be a kid. You got to act like a grown-up. You got Fred VanVleet over there. So I like Houston too. I mean, both teams are very young. So, I don't know.
And to have that coach. I don't know if Chauncey's as proven as Ime. And I think that's a factor. Like, they changed. Like, I think Houston is closer to their identity is what I mean. Like, they're gonna have Jalen Green's not there yet, but with a coach like that, you got Dylan Brooks. You can tell they want the rough dude. They want to play defense. Dylan Brooks might be like their poor man's version of Marcus Smart. Like, there's a lot to that I appreciate with Houston, and so I just totally disagree with Portland got a better future than Houston. Like, I think the kid, is it Amen Thompson they drafted or the brother?
Yeah, they got him too.
Come on, that's a top four pick.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. School reminds me of D Rose. What do you think about that, Flea?
So I think that's a cool comparison in terms of athleticism. But School. How big is School? What is he? 6'4"?
6'2". I thought he was 6'2".
Okay, so he's not very, very big. I feel like that kid is like 6'3", 6'4", and just built like a man already. Like he has a big body already. I gotta see. I think he shoots the ball better than D Rose ever did. So
he's basketball reference saying he's 6'2", 195. To be fair,
6'2".
Yeah, no one run was that long in the 60s and 70s. Let's be real, brothers. Using biogenesis these days, allegedly. Oh, wow. We going there? You dudes get it. Classic crew. Thank you, Shaft 9000. Who do y'all think Dame is? Dame time, baby. What you talking about, Scam? Denzel named his son Jesus Shuttlesworth after Earl Monroe. Denzel's son is named that? I didn't know that. Okay.
No, you talk about the movie.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah. He got game.
He got game, right. Black Jesus.
They played Golden State in 2019. No Durant, no Curry, and they still got swept. Dame is not better than Kyrie. Dame was playing with prime Marcus Aldridge. Milwaukee ain't winning no rings. Yeah, okay, KP. He isn't anything good. What's up, KP, by the way? He isn't anything and hasn't proven anything other than he scores on a mediocre team. He shouldn't even be a top 75 player. That's crazy. Dame has a good second player and got swept after leading by double digits in every game in 2019.
Yeah, they was up 15. Yo, they was up 15
good
going
point.
into all those fourth quarters.
Yeah, good point.
That's a fact.
Westbrook.
Good job, fellas.
Oh, this is where it comes from. Russell Westbrook is like a great action star. Sylvester Stallone. He's the Rambo of the NBA. It wouldn't hurt for Damian to get fake rebounds. That's funny. Look at Lillard's career 3-point percentages: 37, 39, 34, 38, 36, 37, 40, 39. That's horrible for being a supposed pure shooter.
Is that sarcastic? That sounds pretty good to me.
I mean, in comparison to the field.
Pure shooter. Russ is Rambo me Steve. What else funny? Lillard's career 3-point. Yeah, we went that already. Russ is
That was
good.
Playoffs. No, go back to that. Don't skip over that so easily.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lillard's career 3-point percentage in the playoffs: 37, 16, 39, 28, 30, 37, 39, and 45. 45 is crazy.
Yeah, that was that last one. They couldn't stop anyone though, but he was going off.
Russ is goddamn force of nature, for better or worse. Yeah. MVP Russ has standing O in Denver. Keep him out of the playoffs while getting triple-double record. Start from before he went to Portland. 54 wins in 2009, 50 wins in 2010. He was drafted in 2011.
That's unfair. They had Brandon Roy.
That's his point, that they were good before him. As a number one option, Dame has been better than Russ as a number one.
I agree with that. They beat him straight up.
Yeah, and Russell Westbrook should not be a number one option. LaMarcus scored 50 points on Dwight Howard.
That's why he left.
What?
Neither should Dame. That's why he left, and now he realizes he needs to be with somebody better than him to win, which is fine.
Dame is the number one option. What are you talking about?
LaMarcus, he's not. That's why he never got anywhere.
He's currently on a championship roster. And he's the number one option on this team.
No, he's not. He's the second.
Who's the number one option in the Bucks?
Giannis. What
is the number? You're giving him the balls to go get you a basket, to create a basket. And there's 2 minutes left in the game. Who you going with, Giannis or Dame?
Whoa, he's the closer. Maybe he's not the best.
Okay,
he's the number one option.
2 minutes in the first quarter. Who's your number one option? Getting you a bucket.
Giannis. Fabian, shut the hell up. What are you talking about right now?
They might be a more skilled scorer, but right now Giannis.
Fabian, hold on. Last week, you just said Dame is one of the best Robins ever.
Who?
Now you said Dame is going to be one of the best Robins ever.
Okay.
Now you're coming here 3 days later telling us that Damian Lillard is the number one option on the Milwaukee Bucks?
Yes. What is Dame's skill set?
What's on the menu tonight with Grandma tonight, Dom? What y'all having to eat tonight?
I don't know, probably some Iranian food. I'm so late right now, dude.
What is Damian Lillard's skill? His strength, offense and defense.
Buckets.
He's getting you a bucket almost whenever he wants to. Now you got Giannis, Middleton, and Brook Lopez out there. He's gonna get more one-on-one plays, one-on-one action on the court. And you telling me you rather Giannis go one-on-one than Dame Lillard at any given night?
I didn't say any of that. I just said who the number one option on the team is. Is it Giannis or is it Dame? I'm saying it's Giannis, and it's not even close.
Do you think Dame's gonna average more points than him, Fabian?
Yes.
Okay, it remains to be seen. I don't know if he will. That's a great exercise. We'll see. But if anything, it'll be a 1A, 1B thing. If anything, it's not gonna be no.
Here y'all go.
Getting spicy.
Okay.
Here y'all go.
Giannis has averaged 30 back-to-back seasons, y'all.
What Dame averaged? Dame averaged 32 this past season. What he averaged?
Though. Now he's playing a good team.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Giannis may not average 30 this year, but if you So hold on. Hold on. So you're telling me Dame is gonna have more FGAs per game than Giannis does?
He might.
I think it won't be that far off, even if he's not.
I don't think it will be more far, but I do not think Dame is gonna take more shots than Giannis.
Me neither.
He might. If Giannis is getting the ball low post, wherever on the court, Dame is cutting somewhere.
Why all of a sudden now is because he worked with Dream? All of a sudden he's just gonna get post touches now?
No, I'm saying wherever Giannis is at, you have to crowd him and play a certain way, right? Because he's mad big. Okay.
How are you gonna crowd him now when you have Damian Lillard on the floor?
Wait, but you look at your.
That's my point. What are you talking about?
No, but
that's my point.
So being now being that he has Damian Lillard on the court, he's not going to see a double team as quick, right? You're going to have to decide whether you want to leave Middleton, whether you want to leave Damian Lillard. So now Giannis is going to see more one-on-one opportunities, and you're telling me that the guy having to deal with double and triple teams for the last 6 years of his career is finally going to get in a position where he is not getting crowded, and he's going to take less shots than Damian Lillard.
He might, because Dame is going to I believe he's going to be a better distributor than what everybody's making it out to be. It's going to be way easier to do all this, and he's never had this level of an athlete to go drop the ball. How many
times a game you think Dame is going to average this year?
8.
Wow. I say
he's averaging 20 and
I was going to say 6, 7.
28 and 8 this year for Dame Lillard, minimum.
28 and 8.
28 and 8. You heard it here first. He averaged 6. Yeah.
That's the best of his career. On a good team, that's the best of his career.
Do you understand Brook Lopez and Middleton are on the team?
Middleton's gonna want his shots too, though.
Okay, but they were a middle of the pack offense last year. They were mad clunky. Okay, but they worked defensively.
If Dame is top 75, like we say, and he's top 10 all time, like I said, 28 and 8. Okay, go get it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen, but
I don't either. But okay,
I think. But you made a point to me that makes Giannis sound like the number one option, because you're saying teams are helpless without doubling, so that's still the number one option.
Yeah, I did. I was hoping you didn't catch that, Dom, you bastard.
Of course, I was gonna catch it. Let's keep going.
LaMarcus scored 50 points on Dwight Howard.
Back-to-back games
in the playoffs. Don't forget that.
Kicking his ass.
That's LaMarcus Aldridge, the bum, AllBall.
2014.
Aldridge went to the conference finals?
No.
Okay.
He played against the champion Spurs.
I ain't actually played it, because I just asked, have you ever been to the conference finals? That's all.
2019 was a lucky week year, but we'll keep going.
Okay.
Pat Riley said Portland GM a horse's head in the bed. That was funny.
Why they not doing no deals with Riley?
Let's see if Dime Machine can hop in a Dime Machine. Do you know where that reference is from, Dime? A horse's head in the bed?
Nah, you can tell me.
You stuck in the 1970s, and you know what? That's a God.
Oh, come on, man.
Dime, you can Dime.
Can you offer? You can't refuse.
Yeah, Pat Riley is obsolete. Dude thinks he is ish and can boss other team GMs. Yeah, I mean he's Pat Riley, to be honest. Shaq, Chris Bosh, Jimmy Butler. Oh, he's talking about who Miami has gotten, because Flea thinks he's just. To be fair, Flea, when you dominate like Pat, you don't go get guys anymore. They come to you, and Pat Riley knows who Dame really is. That's why he didn't give up too much.
I like that, GOAT.
That was crazy. AllBall, the
Blazers gotten Dame, but continue.
Do you remember the 2014 playoffs? What LaMarcus did in the playoffs?
They don't. They clearly don't.
What did he do? No, I'm seeing
going off.
Hold on.
The higher seed, they had just gotten
Watch this.
Howard.
What?
And then San Antonio beat the shit out.
No. Hold on, Flea.
It was not San Antonio in 2019. The second seed was the Nuggets. Everybody knows they were a little bit soft for a second seed.
2014. What round did he exit?
Second round.
Case closed. You're a great player. Get to the conference finals. Crickets.
The Blazers were a 50-win team before Dame. The players on Dame's team are saying this guy's a superstar. So Go is not he's not a Dame fan at all. Participation trophy. If Dame gets Karl Malone's gonna say, get the dudes out of here. Oh, I think we read that one. No one would be able to stop Karl Malone today. I don't know about that. Karl Malone might be a clunky. I don't know. He might be high actually. Karl Malone in the transition would be crazy.
Karl Malone's good in any era.
Karl Malone he'd get kicked out of every game with all that dirty shit he was doing.
Yeah, that dirty shit. Yeah, but in terms of like talent, Karl Malone good in any era.
Yeah, he was tough.
Yeah, because Karl Malone's like super Charles Oakley, bro. Like the jumper. Tough. Yeah, George.
I mean, in the era he played in, to be that good, to get all them points and get to the finals back to back, win an MVP with Mike there. So may not like him as a person, but
Karl got two MVPs too,
and he's getting a lot of switches.
He got two.
Man.
I thought he had one. He got
one. He got one in the Mike era, and then that lockout season, I think '99, he won that year too.
Oh, wow.
Did he?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I think Karl got two MVPs.
I thought he had one. Wow.
He took one from Mike, and then the lockout year, I think.
The thing about Karl Malone is like Chris Webber gets a lot of heat. Karl Malone, talk about not clutch, missing man free throws, getting stripped by Mike, not knowing that Jordan's gonna come behind you, and with that stupid same move that you keep doing over and over again. Karl Malone, I'm not big on you. You know what? He would not survive in this era. Get Karl Malone out of here. Klay Thompson is not a top 10 shooting guard. He has the rings, but he never led a team and his individual stats is not.
Oh my God. Here we go, man. Everybody with this leading team. You know how many guys have opportunities to lead teams and don't go nowhere? Come on, man. Stop it, man. Come on, get it out. Get out of here with that.
The Lakers got the referees. They don't need Jrue. The thing is, Kobe scared his teammates and the opponents. His teammates respected him even if they hated him. Tatum don't give that vibe. Kobe did the dirty work. He was literally maniacal. But Kobe wasn't this in year, 5 or 6? Is Tatum? He wasn't quite there yet.
He just didn't get a chance to lead.
Right.
What?
Yeah,
he
Kobe
wasn't what in year 5 and 6.
Year 5, he was year 5. He was really good. But Tatum
at 22, he was leading them in the playoffs. 25 a game. Against Indiana. It was a crazy series.
No, it was like 28 a game. No, not the Indiana. The year after Indiana, he had averaged 29 points a game, and in the playoffs was getting off.
Okay. All right.
And that was a gridlock era.
Yeah, not too much on Bean, Fabe. Every opportunity you get to start piling on Bean, you take the opportunity.
No, and then he goes that fake shit in the short. Kobe might be the GOAT. Not even
the week is over. The week, first of all, shout out to everybody that commented. That's the most viewed video on Instagram. I love it. That's number one. Number two, I said I gave it a week suspension in the comments. I gave it a caveat. How about
not too much on Bean going forward? I'm gonna just tell you that from now. Yeah, not too much.
He's the master of shot chucking. How about some respect for Muggsy? God bless the day.
Disgusting take.
Some respect for Muggsy Bogues. He was 5'3".
Big shout out Muggsy.
Turbo.
Turbo. What up, Turb?
Dame Lillard closing the game, not Giannis. I ain't even gotta give Dame credit. Where is due? Oh, okay. There you go, GOAT. Finally, some damn respect for Dame Lillard. There's no way the Bucks will make Lillard the number one option. If they do, the coach needs to be fired. Dame without the ball going to be a roller coaster. Shout out to the Portland GM. He looked bad after signing Grant to that contract. Now he's making things right. When you win 0 games in the conference finals, to be fair, you didn't enter the conference finals.
That's good, GOAT. That's good. That's good. That's real good.
That was smooth. I like that.
Boy, you're right. Karl would be getting injected every game, no doubt. He was a dirty ass mofo. Malone also swept Shaq back-to-back years. Check the tape. Ooh.
That's what I'm saying. Karl Malone, listen, man. Yeah. They lucky he ain't got a ring. If he got a ring, man, listen.
Thank God he didn't. Fuck the Jazz and the Utah trash and their scum fans. They suck.
Hey, and that's from Dime Dropper.
Charles Barkley is greater than him. The Chuckster.
I kind of respect that take.
I fuck Karl Malone for me from now on.
He's a good player. I agree.
Wait. Flea, clarify that because that sounded crazy over the headphones. Say that again.
I said it's fuck Karl Malone now, then, forever. It's forever fuck Karl Malone. So that's why I'm at.
Another topic, and we got to go. I know Dom got to run. Klay Thompson is only named in an All-NBA team twice, and is for the third team. Only named defensive All-NBA once, second team. That reminds me. Hold on. Are we not going to visit that at all for real? Like Jordan Poole called Draymond Green an expensive backpack. Called him a Gucci backpack. He said Steph Curry is a Gucci.
You know my take on that. What he said wrong.
But my thing is that's what got him knocked out.
Yeah, it was more than that.
It can't be that.
Listen, man.
If I'm on the court, you call me, you just an expensive backpack. It's like, bro.
There's more to the story.
But we gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta think about it. They just paid him. it was up in the air if they was going to give Draymond the money. And I'm pretty sure they probably was going back and forth and beefing with each other before then, and it just, you know how that shit go, the last straw to break the camel's back, I guess. I'm being honest. It's funny, but I'm over that. Hilarious. Like I said, this stuff would have been even more better if it came out right away. But for it to come out now, like, it just, to me, it just seems like headline-ish. I don't know.
It could,
because Golden State right now, as far as being spoken about, you ain't even think about Golden State when we talking about the moves Phoenix is making, and Boston, and Milwaukee, and the Lakers, Denver, and you don't even talk about Golden State. So I think Golden State is, I think this they PR people up to this.
Maybe, but if we talking about all these teams that got better, Golden State got worse by trading Jordan Poole for Chris Paul, and a part of that is because you did that, like Draymond Green.
That remains to be seen.
We may never hear from Jordan Poole ever again in life.
Oh,
like,
no.
That's a possibility.
No, that's a possibility. I think he's going to be a really good player in Washington. He may be 25 a night this year. Who knows? But there's also the possibility of us never hearing from Jordan Poole ever again.
It's a possibility. Definitely a possibility. Because you could definitely go over there to Washington and just go on with the win.
Get lost in the sauce.
And we're certainly going to hear from Draymond Green again because he can't keep his mouth shut. So I guess it's the last comment of the night, you guys. Using today's logic, if MJ lost to Malone and GP in 97-96, he would have gotten more credit for facing tougher teams.
People would have considered them tougher teams because Mike lost. I get what he's saying. Because people try to say Mike didn't play tough teams. But had he lost, then folks is like, oh shit, they were tough teams.
Right. Exactly. Love it. Thank you for that. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I like that. I like that, Go.
Well, I'm one of those that agree that I don't think he played the 80s teams and the West teams in the early 2000s. He didn't have to go through that. I think Kobe Bryant
6 for 6 is 6 for 6. I mean, call it what you want.
That's cool. He back-to-back finals that he won and he was bragging about, like, you didn't do that in the 80s, dog. Larry Bird had to go down. The Pistons had to go down. The Lakers had to go down. You didn't do that with them. Kobe Bryant and Hakeem Olajuwon, we talked about this, probably played the most competition at their position and their conference throughout their careers. I don't think Jordan is in that category.
Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, when you break it down like that, that's cool. But what I'm saying is when you look through the history of the NBA, find me 2 3-peats. Find them for me.
Listen, man, to have the mental toughness to go back. I mean, I don't know what people be wanting to say, man, but the talent right now is much better. But back then, the mentality, the physicality, the competitiveness, it's not even close. So as talented as these guys are today, more back then, the toughness, I'm being honest. So yeah, it may not be more talent, but the physical and the mental toughness, it's like no other. So to me, I think that's more difficult to play against than to play against a James Harden who may be way more talented out of this world, but mentally he don't even care what happens on the court. Then when you got the other guys who ready to clothesline you and kill you for you not to score a point. So I miss me with, he ain't play against nobody. I disagree with that.
I didn't say he played against nobody. I'm saying Kobe played against more competitors at his position and in his conference throughout his career. And Hakeem Olajuwon did as well. So that's what I'm saying. And
it's relevant to even argue that because he still thinks Jordan's the best and Kobe's not even top 10. So it's like,
that's what I think Jordan is the best because from what I see, he's the best. But I think when we get to that point about the league got watered down in the 90s. We got to be. That's a fact. There was expansion that happened in the 90s. Like,
so what you call a league? So what you call a league today?
I mean, it's more watered down because you got rid of the centers and the point guard. So I agree with that. But it might be harder to win now than back then in terms of because how are you going to team up?
Oh, it's over.
Team up with certain stars.
It's over.
It's hard to win every year.
Show is over.
Right.
I'm out. Say that again, Fabian.
It might be harder to win a 3-peat now than back then. Especially when you have, it's harder to create a super team.
NBA rules that meant
it's hard.
Conversation, but it's not always been that way the last decade. Golden State were right this close to doing it.
You first said it's harder to win today than back then. Now you switch it up and say it's harder to 3-peat. You got to make up your mind, brother.
That's all I said. I'm talking about a 3-peat.
I got a comment here from KP. How did Golden State get worse? Well, obviously they think that the Jordan Poole move is a bad one, but that remains to be seen.
How did they get worse? They re-signed Draymond. They have no big men. They got rid of Jordan Poole for Chris Paul. Anything else you want to know?
Yeah, they're getting older. I want to see if Klay Thompson and Draymond bounce back at all. They look.
I want to see what those guys look like this year.
I'm over them. It's over, y'all.
Heard they want to start CP3. Imagine that funky small lineup. Yeah, that's another thing.
Exactly.
If CP3 could be starting a whole other conversation.
It's over. If they don't make if they don't get a like how KD went over there, like how people was trying to speculate, maybe Giannis go. Like if they don't get one of those moves, it's over, bro. It's over.
Goat highlight says MJ didn't play Russell. Celtics didn't play Kareem in his prime. He didn't play Steph. The standard for MJ is way too high. That's why he the man. Interesting.
He is the standard in terms of being the best player ever. Okay, but we're talking about team accolades, brother Goat. All right. And Golden State is definitely damn near worse because they re-signed Draymond. Period. He is a knucklehead. He's out of his mind. That guy's crazy. So now AllBall don't believe in Draymond.
Never did. Oh man, that could be a whole listen.
Yeah. No, we agree because we were saying from back then we don't believe what Draymond has to say. You're talking about he had personal problems or whatever. Stephen A. Smith covering for him. No, I don't believe why you punched a man in the face for no reason. You're the leader of a team, bro. Get Draymond out. That's your guy. You running with Draymond Green, Corey Patrick. See y'all in June when Warriors win the chip. That's what you said last year, bro.
Love that. Well, somebody take us home, man.
Well, favorite perspective. Dime Dropper, Flea, AllBall. We gave you 2 hours and 20 minutes, damn it. For Sportsman. Are we moving this to 4 p.m. every Sunday, Eastern time?
No, I'm just going to say it's around the hours it could be either from 4 p.m. Eastern time to 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's their window on Sunday.
We'll be here, though.
And then on Wednesdays.
That's all you need to know.
And then on Wednesdays, we do Instagram Live at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern, right?
Yes.
Every Wednesday for the foreseeable future. When the NBA season starts, might be a little more complicated for me because I'm going to be going to a lot of games, but I can still see if I can maybe do something in the car or something. So as of now, Instagram Wednesdays. Yes, go ahead, AllBall.
No, I just want to say this Wednesday. I hope we have that discussion where we could tease the people. Pause. Is James Harden the top 10 shooting guard all time? I love that argument.
Okay. Get my list together. Get my list together.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And by the way, for any of my go ahead.
No, go ahead, Don.
By the way, for any of my subscribers, check out my latest video, my first time at Fenway Park. I love going to different stadiums, and it was great to be there, even though the game got rained out. But check it out. And I got a video coming on Tuesday live talking about the Dame trade and Jrue Holiday moves. Just myself. Haven't done one of those with you guys in a minute, so I'm going to be doing that. And, Locked on Clippers, by the way, for any Clipper fans. I did an episode on Josh Primo. Probably not going to bring that content to my channel for various reasons. But I may talk about it a little bit in that live on Tuesday. But that's all I got. Stay tuned for some upcoming vlogs and maybe some season previews. And, of course, for Sportsman. Fabian, anything else?
Nothing. He won't talk about that character, Josh Primo, but he will have an LA versus Boston Glizzy contest exclusive on the Dime Dropper Pod channel on YouTube, guys. For Sportsman every week, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Have a great night.
Wednesday, 8 p.m. is the next time you will see us, and we will be streaming it on YouTube, guys. Stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
I like my broadcaster voice right now, Flea. Hopefully, that's all good.